Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
Oh, that song just jazzes me up.
That's classic. How are you, Dom?
I'm very good. How about yourself, Miss Lane?
Well, ready to punk rock out, ready to do some mosh pitting and all that stuff.
I don't do mosh pitting. Not even when I pogoed. I was around the pogoing days.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of mosh pitting because that was like too much like playing hockey or football.
Oh, I was just like, you guys go touch each other. I'm going to go pick up your girlfriend by the bar, Yeah, screw that.
You sly devil.
Yeah. Yeah, that music just makes me really happy.
Yeah, no, that was a cool era.
I don't know. I was just sitting here and I was like, oh, I felt it. So I had to play it. Hey, everybody. How the hell are you?
Good evening, chat. How's everybody doing this?
I'm Dom and he's Chris.
Hold on. Yep.
What were you looking for? Your third nipple?
My tag.
Oh, okay.
inside my shirt.
But you did tell me you had one, right? Superfluous nipple.
Maybe. Not on my
You'll
chest.
see. You'll see if you get one of his Christmas cards. I got mine.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
saying.
Christmas cards, huh?
My wife is dealing with that. Have you noticed, like the last 2 years, we got a hell of a lot less Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Must we do this? Is it really not? If you only send people a Christmas card, even if they're in your family, come on.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Who are we kidding, folks?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, I love my family, but
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's nice. The only
guess so.
reason why I think it's good is my mom actually paints the Christmas cards. She does them and has
that's
them
cool.
printed, and they're delightful. She does a new one every year, and her cards are gorgeous. That's the only reason I give a shit. And
no, we basically make ours the same way every year. About 2 weeks before Christmas, and we start getting Christmas cards. My wife totally freaks out. Oh my God, we don't have a card. And she goes on a mad dash on one of those websites where you can make the cards and then loses it and has to do it again. And all the cards from us get there on the 27th. You know,
I love that. See, my wife was in charge of addressing them, mail, and I was in charge of making them. And I don't know, 7 years ago, something like that, I was making them, and I used one of her photos. I was so happy with it. And, they have little templates, and, you change the message. And I sent it off, and I was so happy. And then I got it back, and it said, Merry Christmas from the Smiths. Fuck, I didn't change it. So I had to quick rush and redo them. Yeah, Kay has never let me live that one down.
I once got... I got my wife a card for her birthday, and I didn't realize it. It was like, but I guess it was a card meant, not specifically, but it was geared for the Black American population. So it was like, yo, girl.
Yeah, the mahogany line. I bought one of those on accident once too and sent it.
I was like,
yes.
And then you have to fess up. Okay, I don't really read them. I headlined the card. Okay, that looks good.
Yeah.
Card
Guilty.
stress. We had huge card stress in my house because my parents always expected a card for everything. When they got the best of me, like when I was in my 20s, what I did was I went and I bought I bought Halloween, Easter, and a whole year I bought extra cards, and then every holiday I always sent them a card, but always the wrong card. So they get, it's your baptism on Christmas or
Nice.
I sent like Flag Day, any holiday I would send them a card, but it was always the wrong one.
Nice.
Just that's how punk rock I was.
That's seriously punk rock.
I still did what my parents told me, but I did it my own way.
Did it my way. Yeah, I hear you. I gave one of my final business presentations in school wearing my studded metal belt from my heavy metal band, in a 3-piece suit.
Okay. What was your heavy metal band's name?
The last one was called The Wish, because remember back in the day, everything was the. You had the Verve and we were The Wish, which is a stupid, terrible name, but that's what we had.
Okay. Let's see. Hurricane was the first one. Tempered Steel, that was my favorite.
That's not a bad name.
It was the great name. It came from, number one, it was a line in music from The Oath.
Yeah.
On the Kiss album everyone hates, but I still love that damn album.
Yeah.
And then when I was in the Army, I was in a punk band called Reversible Oreo, and black drummer, 2 white guys. So he came up with the name. And let's see, I was in a band called the Chislers, band called Suits Gone Bad, and some other stuff.
I'm trying to remember all that. One of the bands was Parallax. We had a bunch of dumb names. I'm trying to.
Parallax.
Most of them I've forgotten. I mean, that's terrible, right?
That sounds like a funk fusion band. Like you'd be doing.
Well, it's a
covers
scientific term. It's the air reading if you're dead on with a
Too
meter
smart.
and you're off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, who are you, Rush?
Yeah. No. God, no.
Even they didn't have a smart name. Yeah.
No, exactly. No, we had a bunch of terrible
Everybody, type your band names
band
in
name.
chat, please.
You know,
We would like to see everyone's band names, old or new. It don't matter.
I think of funny ones all the time, and then I tell them to my wife, and we both laugh, and then we both forget them. So,
Yeah, I forget most of everything.
yeah. Yeah, tonight her line was, we're out on the back deck, and she goes, help me remember. And then I started laughing. She goes, yeah, I know. Chances are not good, but let's try anyway.
The Hunkosauruses would be Tom and Chris. Hello.
Here's my little Hunkosaurus arms.
Hunkosaurus. Oh, hey, Hugh, I saw your Michael's artwork for next week, and I swear to God, I've never seen an animal look more like the actual person.
It was fantastic. It really captured Hugh. It's pretty awesome.
I don't want to say what it is yet, but
No,
oh my God, it looks so goddamn good.
We're not going to ruin the surprise.
No. Yeah, so what's going on? And so you can't be here the next Saturday, right? Actually,
Correct.
we almost had for a while we almost had no show, and then
Yeah, it was pretty
Michael and
dicey.
Marie were going to have to do it. You know, you forget when you say you're going to cover this little time gap, you know, we realize why Jimmy takes off. It's
Yeah,
busy,
exactly.
man. Parties just popping up. Like I think on Saturday now I have a party, a funeral, and then the open mic.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a terrible order for things, but,
It depends. Maybe I really don't like the person who died.
well, I guess there's always that.
No, someone from work, his mother. It's really sad.
Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, I'm taking my mother to, I mentioned she's an artist. For her Christmas, we're taking her to an exhibit of Colorado artists at the Denver Art Museum, and then we're going to tour the museum, and then we're going to go out to a very nice Italian restaurant in downtown Denver.
Okay,
that's what
not
I'll
like
be
the
doing
last.
Saturday.
No, the last one was a steak place.
Steak place, and it was friggin' horrible.
Terrible.
This place, I actually take cooking classes at this place from Chef David, and the food there is amazing.
You didn't see it yet, Hugh?
Oh, well, you'll like it, laddie. I'm
Yeah,
here
he
to
sent
tell
it to you. Man, you got to check your email once in a while.
Yeah, check your email.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm going to start highlighting some of the band names.
Michael's, yeah, please. Michael sends us like notes. Mr. B has approved his spirit
Michael
animal.
is very awesome and very efficient, unlike Dom and I.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But well, we talked for almost 7 minutes before the show started, so we
That's
put in
true,
a
yeah.
lot
We
of
did.
planning tonight.
A lot went into those 7 minutes. Like bing, bing, bang, idea. Pew.
Yep,
Pow.
off we went. So the Strand is not bad.
Well, we don't want. We were joking around. I think one of the things we're talking about the day we actually plan to do something will probably be the worst show we ever do.
Worst, yeah, it'll be terrible.
Because, folks,
It'll
in
catch
the
on
end,
fire.
in the end, this is not a show. This is Chris and I's normal Thursday night conversation live.
And we just
basi-
invite you guys in.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Victoria's Secret. Okay, well, that's
And
interesting.
that's kind of sexy.
Yeah,
That's a sexy name.
it depends.
Oh, look at this! Is a real Justine on. This is a real dumb band name. Hi, Mr. B. What?
Yeah, that's
Wah, 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 wah.
yes, we wish.
Going to the Roadhouse.
I
Classic
think I got all the band names. Oh, there's a couple good ones.
I always knew his Gash would be a great. Absolutely would be.
Yeah. Pink. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on? Huh? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Very good to see you.
Have you guys any idea? Yeah.
What? Ideas? Why I can't? So you did? Was it yours originally, and they went and stole it from you?
It's probably because you got old and fat and don't look good in ladies' underwear anymore.
Exactly,
Is-
yeah.
Would have been my guess.
Yeah, you
Tell
have
me
to
if
go
I'm
to-
wrong.
Now you have to go to like Walmart. Bloomers would be your band name.
Yeah, exactly. The union suits.
Overstroke. There, yeah, I don't remember all the other. I mean, we had a lot of. I wish I had the things when we were trying to get our band name of all the names we were writing down and stuff.
Well, yeah, I could go out to and grab my Telecaster case, which has about 3 names stenciled on, and that would help me remember a couple more. But yeah. Pluto Scooter.
Pluto
No,
Scooter? Are you kidding me?
I didn't see Mr. B.
That
You're
sounds
hiding.
like
Oh, there they are. Okay.
that kind of sounds like an old
Country Fried
when
Yankee.
when punk rock was rebellious but fun
Yeah, exactly.
before it got all angry.
See, thanks for pointing that out, Mr. B. No, I blew past you, so I
Each of
apologize.
you, Country Fried Yankee, Pluto Scooter Smoke. Wait, hold on. What did WQB? Oh, wanna quit but can't.
Can't want to quit, but can't. Yeah.
So have
No. Yeah, I don't know, Hugh. That would have been what, about 3 hours of me singing till I was red in the face and Dom going, you know what, that's pretty good, but I think you can do better. Try again. Yeah, after hour 3, I think that might have been as fun for everybody.
weren't you happy to be part of that Hugh? Just to listen to me and Chris rag on each other for a month. We loved you. We hadn't had nothing bad to say.
Yeah, I
about
mean,
you.
he was like, he did his guitar part, go, what do you think, mates? And we went, perfect, done, book it. And then Dom and I fucked around for another month.
That's what we do. That's how we get closer.
That's right. And we'll be working on a couple things here in the very near future.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to send it to me. We all texted on the same day. Me, Michael, and Chris. We all
have new
had
songs.
something in the works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
roughed it out today. Is what I got accomplished.
I may play mine later. So has everyone got their notification from YouTube about their listening history over the past year? So not my music, but the music I was listening to. It said the music I listened to was sad, dramatic songs with a slow burn. And I was like, ooh, slow burn. I like that. So I wrote a song called Slow Burn.
It's funny because
it's sad and dramatic.
And I thought, I don't give a fuck what YouTube thinks about anything. I didn't even watch it.
I don't care. You're such a rebel.
I really am. Like, well, fuck you, YouTube.
Oh, I'm glad, Hugh. See, look, we made Hugh's day, so we have to do another song just so. Oh, we turn. Actually, know what would probably happen? We probably get along the next song, and he'd be all disappointed. Oh, that sucked.
Where's the fireworks? Well, we are going to have to get on Project 29 here.
Yes, it's still there.
No, it's in my court, and I realize that. And I've actually got some lyrics for it, but we'll have to.
Speaking of songs, our intro music that we play?
Yes.
The song at the beginning of the Happy Hour. Do you people think that should become a song?
It is. It's our theme song.
Well, it's our theme song, but it was like an old DAW thing I had, and we were trying to when I sent Chris a bunch of clips, and he was like, that one.
He sent me 3, and it was like, oh, that's it. This is a
and
no-brainer.
It does work for that, but it's a fun. It could be a fun song.
Could be.
That we could work on and just. Yeah. So I think we should do that too, right? So you have a blues thing in the work.
Yeah. It's total. It's typical Chris. It's a blues song and it's straight blues, but it's of course my twisted take on the blues and Christmas.
Okay. Oh, it's a Christmas blues song.
Yeah. Christmas Booze Blues.
Christmas Booze Blues.
Yep.
Don't say that after enough whiskey.
No, you can't. And I don't try and sing that. It's just what we're calling the song.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun. Jam with the blues band. I don't know about the rest of you. I love the blues. I've always loved the blues. Everything about it. And that's why I was struggling because it was 12-bar blues, and programming the 12-bar drum blues, it proved to be a little bit of a challenge because it doesn't want to, it wants to do 8 bars. And so I have to say, no, it's not 8 bars, it's 12 bars. Damn you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So you and I both pretty much exclusively use GarageBand's Auto Drummer, correct?
Yes.
Now, as you're getting better and more proficient at writing songs, are you finding it's harder to get a drum to work with what you're writing? I'm totally running into that problem.
Absolutely. And that's always been true to a point because you and I write a little off kilter in some ways. And that's where I ended up having to get fairly proficient using that thing because, but I've tried 3 other drum programs, downloaded them, and none of them really do what I want them to do. And if my kid didn't live almost 45 miles away, I'd go buy an electronic drums kit and I'd park it in the basement here and I'd go, get your ass over here and drum
Why
for
don't you
me.
do it anyway?
Well,
And
it could happen
and like once a month, make them come over and play drums for whatever you have.
if I'm going to sell one of my guitars, and if the shop gives me enough money or enough credit for it, that's probably exactly what I'm going to do. Because it's frustrating. Yeah, I mean, I could just call Mr. Smith. I don't know. I mean, this is going to sound weird, but I'm absolutely going to call Mr. Smith when I have a song that I feel is Smith worthy. I mean, they're just, I had a couple that maybe perhaps were Smith worthy, but they're done and they're already so. And the last couple ones were just not. I felt like they were beneath him.
Well, yeah, that's true too. You don't want to call someone a great musician like that, and
Well, that's just it.
because one of the problems of making music in GarageBand, one of the problems of having an auto drummer is, good night, Nath. It was great to see you. You don't have that interplay, so now the drummer just becomes your counter, and
Yeah,
you-
it's a very
you can't-
high-tech metronome.
yeah, you can't get all the nuances that a drummer actually brings into your song. That's why, like when I had Dirty Little Secret, and I knew in my head I wanted fills, that couldn't be made with GarageBand, so I kind of just left the Moses drum track on, so knowing Smith was going to do it.
Yeah, in order to do that, you have to go pretty in the weeds, and it can be done. But I have sometimes 4 and 5 drum tracks that it'll do 2, and then if you MIDI it, then you can do as many as you need to do. And I end up having MIDI tracks that just have sometimes a fill on them, and
Yeah, like I try not to do that. I'd say almost all my songs are just one kit, straight through. Every once in a while, I'll just have to, like, let's say if I just want a rim shot or something, I'll have to drop that into a second track. But I always just try to use the one drum kit.
yeah, and I get that. I mean,
You mean as
I
in
make
live
it
drum-
I make it all the same drummer eventually. Now
Yeah.
I'll use different kits because they do play a little different, but then I will standardize that it's playing on X set, whatever that is, that's right for the song.
Secret Legacy? What do you mean? You mean a live drummer?
I wonder if he has drums and he does the auto drummer maybe as his timekeeper and adds live drums, which is a great way to do it if you can.
I bought well, no, I didn't buy. I have the demo of Addicted. Is that what it's called? Addicted Drums 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have more control, but it looks like a big learning curve, you know?
Well, that's it. I downloaded the Krim drums. I couldn't get him to do shit. I had MD Drummer, which I thought was useless. And I tried one other one that I didn't. It was no improvement over what's built into Logic / GarageBand. So
Yeah. No, it's true. Well, I mean, for the most part, aren't we just... We're just using drums to... I mean, we are just using them as a glorified metronome because
Yeah.
we're not drummers, you know? Like,
exactly.
and I think most people listen to them knowing that and having that kind of forgiveness of it, you know?
Yeah, and you're right. Secret Legacy can be done, you know, and that's the thing. I hear my kid in my head, so that's where I'll go back and say, okay, Sean would have done a fill here, or he would have done this, and so then I'll try and program what I think he would have done. It would be a hell of a lot easier if I just have him over and go, boy, here's the tempo, hit it, and 2-3 playthroughs and he'd have it,
But you don't.
No, well, he's busy being, Mr. Entrepreneur. So
Yeah, he's in that. He's probably in that stage of his life that we were in when we all stopped playing.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
He's-
making money, having a family.
yeah, doing his career exactly.
So
And,
20 years, he'll be all, oh, this sucks.
yeah, I wouldn't get back to playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what else going on, man?
Let's see. Well, again, it's the Christmas season. I am trying to work, and I've got a couple projects going, but my motivation is shit right now. Just like the deadlines for these things are too far off, and I don't work well when I don't have absolute gun to the back of my head. So the first one's
That's,
not due until February. So
That's my. She's very. I'm not going to do it until I absolutely must, and then I'll do it well.
yeah, that's kind of how I've run my life. So yeah, deadlines. I live by deadlines. So that's just kind of it. I'm enjoying the holiday. We've had snow the last couple of days. Not much snow, but it's just nice to have a little white on the ground here with the Christmas lights. And
You got
That's been
snow
nice.
up there?
yeah, it mostly melted today. So
Okay, we had a tease one afternoon, like the sky had lice, dandruff. It's kind of, but that's about it.
yeah.
Tune Track Superior Drummer 3.
Drummer 3 is, and I did play with that one, and that one was pretty good, but see the thing here, $300?
Yeah, 320. That's easy.
Yeah, that's not happening. You understand, Mr. B, I'm a cheap bastard.
He really is.
I-
He really is.
Just-
I'll vouch for Chris's cheapness.
Yeah. Hey, it's Sith. Hi, Sith
Hey,
Vasquez.
Sith.
How are you?
Sith and Ray Pierce. How you feeling, Ray?
Ray, all
and
right.
Mr. Hoobs.
Okay, got some people
The
coming
Hoobster.
in. Yeah, so again, you get what you pay for. Drummer 3 is like really seriously pro. Like Jade had on, I guess yesterday, something called Vocal Cleaner, and I always check out the show. Now, a lot of stuff that she does is software that only works on iPad
Right.
or your iPhone, but this particular one works on any Mac.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and it was Vocal Cleaner, and it had some things going for it. And I went to the website, and it's like $19, and I'm like, it's not free. I love free plugins.
It's 19 would be.
19's not bad. I'm thinking I'll
19's a
probably
steal,
pull the
you know.
trigger. Yeah, I'll probably pull the trigger.
I
on
got
that
one for Christmas for free, actually, from Waves called Silk Vocal or something. That's an easy drummer 3. I have it. But you know what it is? I really don't. I hate taking the time to learn technology to make better songs, and I'd
Yeah.
rather play my guitar and just go with the same dumb old drum track I always use. I guess.
Yeah, Dom and I don't see exactly eye to eye. And I'll do a little more production than he's willing to do, but I got my limit too. At some point, it's like, dude, do I want to sit here and program drums for 3 days, or do I just want to play the fucking song? And
Yeah, like I remember when I did that For the Lonely song, and there was a string section in, and doing the string section took longer than making the whole rest of the song. You know, it was
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
I think of it this way. I am an amateur. If I was really good at this, I would have people doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So when that happens, well, the rest will happen.
Yeah, God bless you, Gary. That's never going to happen. I do not have that kind of patience.
No.
I will punch in little sections or little fills or things like that. So I'm willing to do a bar or two, but that's it, brother. It just, yeah, no fun.
It is a never-ending search.
Yeah.
And almost like the reason why we're all searching for better software is because we can't get what we need. We want our friends downstairs in our studio
Yes.
with their own instruments and
would
playing
be
together,
fantastic. Yeah. What
What we need to do is everyone unhook your computer right now and go to a Guitar Center or a bar and meet some people and make a band.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. Ooh, but it's so scary out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got a band. I like my band right now because my band consists of me, and if I need guitar help, I call Dom or I call Hugh. It's a great band.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the guys, and there's no drama.
Need some background singers. You got them around.
That's it. I got
Mike
people
Bellino if you need
on
piano
speed
in a
dial.
song.
Yeah, exactly. I just need my kid to play drums for me. This is
Yeah,
the thing,
I mean,
Sid.
you should really do that. I mean, you're his damn father. What is he going to do? Disown you?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is something I talked about.
Yeah, exactly. About dentistry. Hey, Black Watch, how are you? Welcome.
Hey, Black Watch, what's going on?
No, and that is very fortunate, Sith. I mean, again, I squirted out a drummer. I raised one, but he doesn't live close to me, so it doesn't help me that much right now.
Well, that's why every drummer is in a band, because everyone needs a drummer,
Everyone needs a drummer.
There's a million bass players and guitar players like sitting at home, but
Yeah.
if
Good
you're,
drummers
it's
are-
like being a left-handed pitcher. If you're a left-handed pitcher, you're gonna get into the major leagues.
Yeah. A good drummer is worth all the girlfriends he's going to sleep with. All right.
We have the hiccups.
Yeah. And a reminder, because we try and mention it once or twice a show, because the show runs simultaneously on my channel and
Yes.
Dom's channel, sometimes you're
channels.
in different chat, and that's why you can't see people. So Hugh may be in my chat.
And that's not our fault. That's StreamYard's.
That's
Hopefully one
StreamYard.
day they'll fix it.
Yeah, so you're in my chat, Sith, along with Gary, and I think Hugh is in Dom's chat. So that's why we'll highlight the comments. But you're all one big happy family, even if you can't see each other.
Feel free to jump back and forth. Do whatever
Yes.
you want to do. It's all good that way.
Yep, you're exactly right, Hubs. I'll tell you, that was one of the good things about being a goalie is I never had to pay league fees. It's like, oh yeah. I mean, I had to buy the beer, but I didn't have to pay the league fees.
Yeah. Or it's like being the rich kid in high school and you had a PA system.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Sticks to the beat. I see what you did there, Black Watch. Well done. Well, very good. So, drummers and Oh, now that's interesting. Yeah, well, so then you got the gig. That's cool. And obviously you're back down in Tijuana right now. So that's, yeah. Seth, that's why I have a bit of affinity for playing country music. I'm not a big country music fan, but where I went to college was in Southeast Colorado, and I was for 2 years. I was like the only bass player in a 100-mile radius, so I got the gig no matter what it was, and so I played with everybody, and it was kind of cool, and it was as I was starting out, so it was a good education, kind of rounded me musically and doing different things. Drop-in fees for goalies, that's sacrilege. All right. Yeah, and that's the thing, everybody. And now here's my experience. Every guitar player wants to sit behind the drums and be a drummer for some reason. Every drummer wants to be a guitar player. Bass players usually want to be bass players. But all right. Good the hell. Hey, there's Ronnie Ward. Rockin' Ronnie, how you doing, man? Hello to you. Yes, I missed Ron's show tonight because I don't know what I was doing. Probably, I was wrapping Christmas presents, is what I was doing, and saddling up to do that. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have chosen to do that, but it just kind of how it worked out, and now I'm kind of glad because it's a little different, and I don't know, I felt like it served me well, and some of my stuff has a little country feel to it, as Ron Ward has noted and of course Ron plays a little country, and you're not wrong. A little rock and roll just doesn't have the same bat beat. Well, now, but again, Mr. Smith, let's tell the truth. You are a multi-instrumentalist. You play a multitude of instruments, so you're not just a drummer. Hello, Lord Spike. Welcome to the show. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, yeah, at the Christmas concert. And I guess you're going for every Gary Hubbs after Saturdays. Mr. Hubbs has to go tomorrow night because he's got other commitments because it's the holidays. So Gary will be freezing his ass off at midnight or 11 Pacific. I can't remember if it's 11 or 12 Pacific. Tomorrow night, Friday night. So catch him at the garage doing Gary Hubbs kind of things. There you go. Take your own bar stool. All right. Okay, so thank you. 11 p.m. I thought, because midnight my time, I thought it was 11, but I wanted to thank you for making sure everybody knows. But yeah, I noticed that today, so if you're used to seeing Mr. Hubbs, now, maybe you don't get a chance to see Mr. Hubbs on Saturday night. Here's your chance. You can watch him tomorrow night and check out his show. It's a lot of fun. I try and get there usually after the Saturday night Alive. I am dragging tail, and so I don't stay very long, but it's entertaining as all get out. And again, only a Canadian would stand out in 20-degree weather and plays guitar in a parking lot, but Gary Hubbs does, and it's very cool. So, Empirism is somewhere. I don't see him, and he could be lurking, but that's cool. Always good to see Empirism. It's probably pretty stupid early in the morning for our friend Empirism. But like Dom and I, we didn't have anything specific we were going to talk about tonight. We were just going to do like we usually do, just talk about what comes up. But apparently he's coughing up a lung right now and had to drop out. Hey, he's back.
I am so sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, lung cancer.
I would just get out of nowhere, get the hiccups, and
it's the worst.
Oh, God. Like, what am I going to do?
The worst.
But
yeah,
I fixed it. Cool. I got a beer.
Okay, well, there you go. Ooh, it's a magic beer. Look at that. It's invisible beer. That, if your wife gets after you for drinking, go, well, I'm not drinking anything.
Yeah,
honey."
exactly.
What beer?
I'm just holding a label.
Indeed.
So what did I miss? What were we talking about? Hey, Smith, what's going on?
Well, Mr. Smith dropped in. We talked about him not just being a drummer for second, and we were talking about Gary Hubb's show.
Did you ask, are you switching to Fridays, or is this
It's
week
just temporary. Just
Okay.
this week. Yeah, same thing as us. Just Christmas stuff going on, and so he's got to switch just this week. But
And is it still outside? I can't see
Yes.
how he can do. That's brutal.
he's a
man.
Canadian. I mean,
I
they
guess
grow
so.
up going out playing hockey out in the. So it's,
I guess. I mean, yeah. I like a month ago, I started wearing gloves. Like once my hands get cold, forget about it. I'm
Well,
ruined.
I'm a
My hands
Colorado
are my feet.
native, and I lived 7 years in Utah.
hmm
I don't get cold because you just.
I used to never. I do now.
uh,
I'm always going to my kids, put socks on. And they're like, shut up like that.
Sis got it right. Canadians Canadianing. Canadian Canadianing. I never had some.
I hope not.
Yeah. Well, if you could get in the opening there, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
bragging
should've-
about that.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't point that out.
Just saying. Anywho, so that's
Maybe
what.
maybe he's doing a Foster's.
Yeah, that's which is hilarious because there's no Aussie in the world that actually drinks Foster's.
No, just like what the hell's that stupid restaurant? Outback.
Oh, Outback Steakhouse.
Oh,
what a
come on.
joke. It's not Australian and it's not even a steakhouse. It's just
They're the
it's
ones.
trash.
The Outback are the ones who made it okay for your waiter to be your friend. I don't like that. I remember one time a guy sat next to me. I'm like, "What are you doing? Get away!" It was like I just chased me and my dad. I took my dad out for dinner, and the guy sat next to us. I'm like, "Let me tell you about the like. Would you please just go stand like a waiter does it at the table?"
Yeah, the only time that's acceptable. Have you ever been to Dick's Last Resort?
No.
All right. Well, it's a
Chain?
yeah,
Sounds like a
kind
chain.
of a chain. There's one in Indianapolis. There's one in Chicago. There used to be one here in Denver. It didn't last very long. But basically, the wait staff, I mean, they take napkins and they tie them around your head and they write notes on them and insult you and you got to insult them back.
Okay.
It's just fun.
Okay. It's
So
like all
and
hazing.
they
There
can sit
was-
down with you. That's okay. But anybody else, no.
If it's still in existence, but in Disney or Epcot, there was like Mom's Kitchen, like restaurant, and every table was set up in like a 1950s kitchen, and the woman would come out and like make you go wash your hands or stuff like that. That was kind of fun. Hey,
Interesting.
Mr. Michael
Songs.
Songs, what's going on, my friend?
There we go. Yeah, of course they're in Vegas. Got to have Dick's Last Resort. God, I got
Texas
seriously
Roadhouse.
trashed there at one time because I was doing a conference in Indy and I didn't want to be there. So I went out to dinner at Dick's Last Resort and sat at the bar, and the bartender was very friendly. And we got talking about whiskey, and he just started pouring me whiskeys, and I poured out of there at some point.
Oh, way to go, Mr. Beast. See, Texas Roadhouse, they make a good Tuesday night steak. They don't make a Saturday steak. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you just bring
Well-
home a piece of meat. you know.
Yeah, I hate to be a steak
Now,
snob, but-
isn't that funny? So, Chris, you're very cheap when it comes to many things,
right, but
but whiskey, steak, you'll spend the money, right?
exactly. Well,
Mhm.
again, I
My mother said, never scrimp on what you put in your body. So I always buy good beer and drugs. Thank you, Mom.
yeah, there you go. We don't think you're crazy, Lord Spike. We think you're wonderful, and we appreciate you doing it. So I'm with you. Boo people who think you're crazy.
Why would anyone think you're crazy? Such a nice young man.
Who knows? Yeah, they write some of the nastiest stuff on the napkin hat, but it's hilarious. Yeah. And they wanted to complain about the service. Well, yeah, they clearly didn't know what they were getting into. The first time I ever went, I was taken by, it was a business dinner, and we were in Chicago. And the guy said, all right, this is just go with the flow, and he kind of prepped us a little bit what was going on. We had the time of our lives. So if there is a Dick's Last Resort and you've never tried it in your town, go try it at least once. You might have a good time there.
Yeah, it's a new name for me. Hey, Maria.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Maria.
That's right. Unlike Pookie, Marie only has one birthday, and it's Saturday.
Yes,
Is
but
it?
it lasts all month. No, I think
Saturday?
it's today.
Oh, is it today? It's
I
sometime.
think it's today, but we
She
shall
might have mentioned
celebrate.
it once or twice.
Possibly. I'm not so
Yeah.
sure, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to
She's
say.
very,
Hey,
you know, she's so secretive.
yeah, exactly. We had to pry it out of her.
Hmm.
Hey, conspiracy music, what's going on, my man? Clay. Clay.
So now that Michael's here, let's talk about Saturday on Saturday Night Live this week.
Yeah.
Without Chris Lane Sr., it will be sad he won't be here with us.
Be there.
But we have super great show. So who do we have? We have Brad Example's going to be playing a mini set.
Yep.
Our
Quincy
good
Kane.
friend Pinch and Mr. Quincy Kane will all be playing mini sets for us this week. Plus, we'll have a great reveal on who won last week. And last week was stellar with
Yeah.
Jade,
Oh,
Mr. B.
fantastic.
And this is terrible. Who is the other person?
You're asking me memory stuff.
Man,
Crap.
you're old. They were so phenomenal.
It was a great set. What?
That-
Why am I blanking it? Don't you hate it when you know the answer to something
Yeah.
and you get put on the spot and you cannot, your brain just
No, what I
vapor
really
locks?
hate even more, even before you start speaking, you go, wait, I don't think I remember all the names, but then you go ahead
You go
anyway.
for it
because
anyway, yeah.
It's in my mouth, it must come out. Oh,
Yep.
Axe. Thank you. I'm
Axe
so
Nacho,
glad.
duh.
I'm so glad Axe wasn't in the room and had a reminder.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's because we play with them all the time, and yeah, I vapor locked on that one.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yep. Now here's a good question. I mean, it gets to a point, Mr. B. Now, again, I like very good whiskey.
He'd like it if you were
However,
sending it to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no if you sent me one, but my kid just sent me a link on. It was a Macallan's, and it's a 50-year-old Macallan's, and the bottle's going to go for at auction. They estimate somewhere between 750,000 and $1 million. Well, at some point, the whiskey's not getting any better, and is it worth that? No, it is not. So there comes a point.
Well, it's worth it if you have it. You know, I mean, if I
To
could,
a point. I mean,
if I could afford to spend $1 million on a bottle of whiskey, I probably would. But I can't, so
Yeah.
let's not say that I did.
Again, that's where my cheapness would come in and go, I like good whiskey, but it's not going to be $1 million worth of whiskey. It's just not. All right.
Like I do that. Like I'm a wine shopper.
yeah.
I actually, yeah, I'm a shopper. My wife's a drinker. So we make a perfect couple. I like
Nice.
like I have a cooler that holds about 92 bottles of wine.
Nice.
And like every Saturday night, we pull out a bottle of wine, you know, depending on what we're eating. And like I have notes on the wine when I bought it. I
Oh,
know
see,
the
that's good.
valuation of, and I love doing all that record keeping shit. And then the next day, you know, on Sunday morning, I sit at my computer and I'm like, okay, I have one spot to fill, and let me go find, like, I try to find a deal, you know. I think the
Yeah.
most I ever paid was like, I bought her a bottle of Cristal, I think, one year that we're saving for our 25th anniversary.
Nice. I got to send you a pic. I bought an Italian wine for my brother for Christmas, and you know, I think it's pretty decent. I'll send you a picture, see if you know what it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sorry, I had to interrupt because his comment. I was going to say, You like Moscato? Yours. And your wife is probably drinking like Cabernet Sauvignon. Get out of here, pussy. They're all,
Hey,
that's
you know
too,
what?
that's
You like
too
what you
sweet for
like.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too sweet for me.
Well, that's
But
it. If I'm going to drink something like
very
that, I'll drink a
popular.
port. I'll drink a dessert wine, but I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, as far as wine, I like to taste dirt and decaying vegetables.
There you go. Exactly.
Road tar.
Sith, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Yeah, Michael, believe I was telling the first thing as soon as I saw Hugh was I have never seen an animal that looked more like the musician than what you did for Hugh, and he says, "I haven't seen it." So
Yeah. I used to like red wine quite a bit, and I was developing a taste for it.
did you get the sulfite thing?
No, that
Oh,
didn't
I
bother
did.
me. Aggravated my gout. I hadn't had
Oh,
problems
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
gout
Okay,
for years.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
And
Who the
supposedly
fuck drinks Merlot? Sorry.
yeah, supposedly any alcohol aggravates, but that's not my experience. I mean, beer is not great. I don't drink beer, so that's not a problem. Whiskey, obviously, I drink all the time. I have no issue. But remember, Dom, when I went to Steamboat with my wife and my sister-in-law,
Right.
and I had 2 glasses of a nice red wine at the nice restaurant we always go to, and then I spent the next day with a friggin' ice pack on my right knee,
Right.
because the gout kicked off. So I don't drink
No,
it
I
anymore.
had this thing, and like I used to have a lot of wine. When I met my wife, when she was my girlfriend, I was living in I was such a divorce. I was living in a hotel, like what do you know, the kind with the kitchenettes and extended stay
Yeah,
hotel.
extended stay hotel.
And I had like the wall was stacked with like 50 cases that I used to have. And man, before we got married, we killed them all. I never had to move them. Oh man, we had a lot of fun. But at some point, I got it's like the sulfites that are in red wine.
Yeah.
I can drink so much and then headache, constant headache. So
Yeah.
so now I drink like a bottle on the weekend with her. And then it doesn't affect me. But if I had like wine the next night, then maybe, I'd start getting headaches again. So I'd
Yeah.
stop.
It's no
Getting
fun.
old.
Yeah, if you're
Getting old, man.
if you have a
Sucks.
headache or you have a hangover, then that's not good. And I'm not a fan of that. I can't remember the last time I was hungover, and it'd be probably not. No sulfates in the peach wine. No, probably not.
No.
Bartles and James, those wine coolers, pretty tasty. Drops.
Peach schnapps. That used to be all the rage. Peach schnapps.
Schnapps is only good, only peppermint schnapps, and only in hot chocolate. That's the only thing it's good for.
I don't know. No, there's I can't remember this one drink. It's called a giraffe. It's like vodka and melon liqueur. And
Okay, you lost me at melon. Yuck.
yeah, no, it's weird. It comes in this little green bottle. And it's the way you float cranberry juice, and it looks beautiful. It looks just it looks really like something from a safari.
Cranberry
It
juice
looks
I
really
like,
cool.
but interesting. Yeah. Yeah, 9. We think so. We think Lord Spike is a pretty righteous dude.
I like them.
Does anyone sleep anymore?
Hey, David. Yeah, I
We sleep
all my-
well. Actually, Dom and I both are
Yeah,
doing a little less late night shit and actually going to bed.
that and I am a full napper now. I've given in. I actually went to bed at like 6 o'clock. Got up at 7:15, had dinner, and then my wife went up to bed
There
because
you
she's
go.
sick.
Yeah, you're now in charge of the world, Freeman. And 20 minutes in, you're doing a terrible job. Let's pick up the pace, buddy.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, it's not going well, and
Really,
it's your fault.
Look at that. 8? Are you kidding me, Clay? I mean, Chad, 8 to 12 hours? No.
Why? I'll sleep like that when I'm dead.
The most I can pull off in a row is 6, and no matter what, so like even going to work, like I don't know why I complain about the show being too late, because like 1:30 I usually go to bed to get up at 7:30.
Yeah.
5. But what has happened though is now that I'm getting older, it's not enough. So then so I do get 8 hours, but I break it into 6 and like, or I get like 7 a night. After work, I usually crash for like an hour.
Woke up this morning is good. Good. It's a good start.
That could be a song.
Oh no, that's the start of every blues song. Remember? Woke up this morning. Yeah.
What was that link? I'm not on my own page, Lord Spike. So it in StreamYard. Let me go find me.
All right.
You got it. It's a race.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, except for I can't.
Why does your channel come up and not mine?
That's an excellent question. I got nothing.
Your channel.
I don't know where Spike's putting it because it's not on my channel.
Oh, I just heard my echo. New timeout. Oh, folks, there are new timeout lengths. 10 seconds to 24 hours. Well, thank you very much. What is this? Is this something you want us to play there, Lord Spike?
Yeah, it's got to be on your channel, Dom. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Fine. Lord Spike likes you better.
Oh, there. That's very easy. Or do you want that played, Lord, or is that just your channel? Well, we're going to play it anyway. How about that?
Because if it's not good, we can turn it back off.
Exactly. And if it's... here we go.
Yeah, the police said the same thing, but they still found me, Dickette.
All right, here is a link provided by Mr. Lord Spike Protein. Oh, and let's see what we got.
Buddy guy, we don't have any audio, though.
Sorry.
stand back to the way you playing. You got to come on out here. Now listen, I want to tell you something. Listen, you know what you got to do? You got to watch yourself. You got to watch yourself. You better watch yourself. I want you to watch yourself. Watch yourself, because I got my eyes on you. Now come on, play it for me now.
All right.
And
well,
there you go.
that's pretty amazing. And yeah, Dom, you're fired. I'm going to use that kid on my blues song.
I would do that too. Mr. B, you're totally right. Joe Bonamassa, I think, was like 10 or 11 when BB King invited him up on stage.
Yeah.
Something like that.
These kids are so friggin' good anymore. I get on YouTube and I go, you little shits, you know?
Yeah, that's good parenting. Good parenting.
Well,
My
something.
kid quit the piano. Anyone want to buy a piano?
Yeah, really.
That was cool.
Yeah, that
pretty
that
cool.
kid could play.
Yeah. How about that? What show do you go from Dead Kennedys to Buddy Guy? Come on. Come
There you
on.
go.
Only
Right.
here on the Happy Hour.
Yeah, we got broad taste, folks. We like a whole lot of stuff.
Very
You
eclectic.
You have no idea. Indeed. So that's good stuff.
Actually, you know what I've been listening to a lot lately? And I blame Ms. High? Beth Hart.
Yeah. Well, again,
I
that's
took a deep
blues,
dive.
and yeah, she's her band is terrific, and she's
Yeah, and
outstanding.
I had no idea she was a Star Search winner.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Did you hear and I don't even realize she frequently tours with Joe Bonamassa, or semi frequently, you know.
Yeah, no, I've
Which is-
seen them
which is
on the
a
same
great
bill,
marriage.
which is cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I watched a
that's good
concert
stuff.
from Beacon Theater, which is in New York City, and I remember my wife and I talking about it because we've seen Joe a bunch with the three bands we've seen the most since we've been together are the Pixies, because she loves the Pixies, or anything with Frank Black.
Yeah.
Zappa Play Zappa, and Joe Bonamassa. But on this particular night, I think it was like a Thursday night, we're like, oh, I don't want to drive into the city after work, and blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah.
that would have been the show.
Yeah, indeed. I did not
Oh,
know
yeah.
that they had
I'm sorry.
They collabed on an album. That's cool.
Yeah, it's called Black Coffee.
That's
It's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
all right. Well, see, yeah, I've heard things. I didn't realize Bonamassa was on there. So there you go. Knowledge is increasing.
I think they call it Joe and Beth when they collab together,
Which would make sense. There you go.
because it is their names.
That's good stuff. And again, I could listen to that kind of bluesy stuff all day, all night. Although I'm really,
Yeah.
right now I'm listening to Christmas music because I like Christmas music. So
You know what? This would probably be the first year I have not really taken a deep dive into Christmas music. I used to, during the couple weeks before, just
Yep.
constantly.
and that's what I'm doing now. I didn't do it last year, but this year I'm doing it. And again, it kind of comes and goes for me. But I really like old, like Dean Martin kind of Christmas.
Oh God,
music and,
my favorite Christmas album, or
Perry
if you say
Como.
Perry Como, is Christmas in my opinion.
There
Yeah,
you go. Well, see, we're almost
Yeah.
the same vintage, and when we were kids, they had those shows, and it's funny because you listen to Frank Sinatra do that, and here's blasphemy. Sinatra was one of the poorer singers in that group of, Perry Como has an amazing voice. Tony Bennett's voice, amazing. Sinatra's
that's-
really good,
yeah.
but those other guys are better.
that's why we all love Joe Tenor so much, because Joe Tenor is a direct connection to our youth, even though he can sing
Yes.
a broad spectrum of music. When he does his crooner stuff,
Yeah. Yeah,
it
exactly.
it still melts my heart, because I can picture myself sitting on the couch with my parents, with the old Victrola that was built into a 400-pound piece of furniture, that you would eventually put things on, because
Yeah.
when it broke. Remember, like in the day, the
Oh.
early TVs so big, no one was strong enough to get the TV out of the house, so it would become
you had to hire a
the,
moving
the
company.
TV
Yeah.
stand. No, but at first you would put the new TV on top of the broken TV.
Yeah, because it wasn't going anywhere. Absolutely. Now I remember my folks' record cabinet, built-in thing, and it had like a slate top. That thing must have weighed 70 tons. It was Susan Tedeschi really.
Especially
won.
in with Derek Trucks band's really good. So many really good bands.
Oh,
what's
I
the one-
suck. When did he do that?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, I thought it was this week. Damn it. Oh, well, that sucks.
Well,
He did it tonight? Well, that's why I missed it, because I thought it was, crap. I wanted to watch that. Well,
that's
I'll
what
hit the
makes the
replay.
replay so good. Exactly. Hey, Charlie Warley, how are you?
good to see you.
Yeah, the Zenith table. That's
Yeah,
exactly it.
exactly.
Zenith, man.
Zenith,
Actually, a
that
very
was-
cool name.
Oh, yeah. We bought a Zenith TV, brand new. It was our first color TV. Bought it in 1971, my folks did, because I remember it because the Oakland A's were playing baseball, and you could see those hideous green and yellow uniforms that they used to wear. And we're like, oh, how cool is this? That TV lasted for, I think my mom finally got rid of it in like 95, 98 something. Still worked. She just, yeah. Zenith was a seriously good brand back in the day. Ah, well, that sucks. I was, as usual, I was not on top of it. I set notifications and then I don't get them for whatever reason.
There are only so many things you can actually
Yeah.
make. Like, I'm frankly upset. Like, I used to, well, since we've been doing Saturday Night Alive, we cross over with Gary Hubbs. So you can find me as we're on our show live in Gary's chat, like
Yeah.
almost the whole time. Yeah, that's right, because I think you popped up there last week after the
Yes.
show. So it's I mean, everyone understands that, especially if you're streaming. It just totally reduces how much time you can do it. And I
Yeah.
am trying to be better I'm making an effort to not get reeled in. I'm like, okay, no, I'll do that later,
Yeah.
and I reinforcing my no streaming while my kids are awake.
No, that's
Like
good.
Leela, I'm usually at work when her show's on, so I'll hang up, but I can't chat much. So like all the daytime shows, I go to, but I'm working, so I try to say how, but I can't chat much.
Yeah, I like and I have the ability, but depending on if the phone's ringing or if I got to call people, sometimes I might be listening, but I'm not in the chat like I like to be because just can't do it. And
Yeah, and when you're not really engaged, it's becomes too easy to have to drop out.
right. But the good news is because YouTube lives forever.
Karen,
you can always check out the replay. Yeah, I don't know which Karen that is.
yeah, is that a person in the community or?
Yeah, Charlie was asking. And so let me highlight Charlie's comment. I don't know. I know Karen Reese. I don't know Karen M. I don't believe.
Oh, a big guitar player hootenanning. 30 to 4 guitar players at one high school. That is what it's like being a guitarist. There weren't too many in my high school.
I was that bass player. Thank you very much. Although that's not how I killed my Sun Coliseum bass amp. That was killed because my idiot roadie plugged in the wrong cable.
Any jazz fans? I'm not a jazz fan. Not jazz hands, jazz fans.
Oh, jazz fans.
So I went to Islip High School on Long Island in the mid 80s. And I was the stage band guitarist, in like the little jazz band. But the guitar player who I took over for, if you're a jazz person, you'll probably know him, was Frank Vignola, who's a huge guitar player now. I mean, plays all over the world with everyone. He's phenomenal. But I couldn't, I was never, I mean, he was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still phenomenal.
Not a jazz guy, so yeah, I don't know that name.
It's just the amount of chords you need to know playing jazz, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Michael is a jazz fan.
Hey, and speak of Karen, the Karen Reese that I do know. Hi, Karen Reese.
Yes,
How are
we know
you?
this Karen. How about that, Karen?
Yeah, we
Hey,
love
Karen
that
Reese.
Karen. Yeah. Smooth jazz.
I was a fan of smooth jazz. Palatable jazz music. There was a station just dedicated to it that just did smooth jazz. It was pop jazz.
Yeah. Well, here in Denver, there's a club called El Chapultepec, which has been there for 50 years or something. All the great jazz guys played there, still play there. And, I would drop in there every once in a while when I was in the downtown area. That terrible neighborhood. Still a terrible neighborhood.
I had a stint where I dated this woman who lived in the city, and her father was like a record producer, and he always liked to hang out at the Blue Note. He had like a table at the Blue Note, and we used to go with him.
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of it, there, but never really my thing. I met Pat Metheny. That's very cool.
Yeah, great player. Not into his music, but he's a great player. And same with King Crimson. Robert Frith is amazing, but their music is. I don't enjoy listening to it. It's technical. It's brilliant. It's the critics of course love it. And it's like that's nice, but yeah.
Michael Songs was a teen.
So which Lakewood? Lakewood, California or Lakewood, Colorado?
There's lots of Lakewoods.
Well, right. That's why I'm asking. Because if may have mentioned, he may be a Colorado guy, or at least was back in the day, in which case he would certainly know El Chapultepec.
So what is this picture of there, Chris? Where is this?
Which picture? In the background?
Yeah, in the background.
I have no idea. It's just a video clip I picked up from Pexels.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, your room, because it looked like it could be your room.
Well, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it
No,
isn't.
I'm saying it's not.
I have no idea where I got it. I took it from Canva, I think.
Yeah, because any real man's bar, they have 2 glasses. That's it. We don't have 7.
Well, I don't like to wash glasses, so I have 5.
Well, that's the good thing about just drinking whiskey is it's self-cleaning.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can leave it sitting on the counter. Like,
Don't leave it in pet peeve of mine. My wife, she puts a wine glass on the counter. Like when she's done, like just put water in it, and all you have to do is dump it out. You know how hard it is to clean like sediment off the bottle of a wine glass? Oh,
no,
it's so much work.
No, the only thing she could do to make it worse is leave some raw egg in there to dry.
Why would I have to fix this. Please don't fall.
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's fallen down on me several times. I have to get a new green screen because I listen to Papa Tom, and I got one that's like 15 feet long. So my chair gets caught on it.
See, that's what I put mine. You can't see, but mine is up off the floor for exactly that reason.
I want to get that kind. Yeah. Actually, I saw one that had sides, and if I could put like a box, because using the stupid camera on my computer, it's such a wide angle that I need to it's on one side of the couch, and then I have to have it leaning to cover everything, and it's a pain in the neck.
Mine is on a PVC tube that runs between 2 bookcases in my office because we're really high tech.
Yeah. I actually saw a nice one. It's all contained was like $160. I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend that for this.
$24.
I did
for
buy though. What did I just buy? I bought myself. I'll probably never use it because I get myself a little device. Last year for Christmas, I bought myself a Starry Pad from Donner. It's like a little one of those little sample pads where you can do drum beats and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then this year I forget who makes it, but it's called a Song Creation Machine. And it just you can put together chord progressions. And I figured if I could learn how to use it, it would be a good way to experiment with things to play on guitar, just to hear,
different. Yeah.
So that should be coming.
Well, that'll be fun.
But like I said, I haven't even tried the thing I bought last year, so
yeah,
I imagine it's going to take a while.
Well, I'm probably going to do something really, put the chisel in my pocketbook and spend another $24 on Amazon and buy a blue screen.
Now, what's the difference?
Well, the difference is I can do St. Patrick's Day videos and wear green.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that's the only difference. And again, on the Hollywood bounces back and forth. Some they do with blue screen, some they do with green screen.
Right.
Depends on, allegedly people with my hair color do better on blue screen.
I can see that.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but we're fitting to find out.
I am beautiful on all screens.
Well, again, when you're dark complected, and darker hair, you can do that. When you're lighter, picks up the tint. You can see there's green fringe on my hair right now.
Yeah, I just thought you were dirty.
No.
Hey, Black Watch, what's going on?
Yeah, cat puked on the key. Oh, that reminds me. In a minute, we're gonna have to play a video, or I'm gonna have to go off because I have to throw my bedding in the dryer because the cat puked on it right before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cats do what cats do, right?
It's terrible. Not as bad as having an 85-pound dog with diarrhea.
That would be horrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it was all my fault. Happened over the summer. My wife, school teacher, this was awful summer. She took the kids up to our house in Pennsylvania. And I was supposed to meet her on Saturday morning. Friday night, I get Greek food with oregano fries. That's what they're called. And I didn't finish them, so I gave them to the dog.
Whoops.
Ooh, what a mistake. Yeah. I literally had to tarp my kitchen and then change it over like 2 or 3 times a day. Oh my God, it was so vile.
That's horrible.
I almost, when you have an animal that craps more than you do. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
just-
when, I mean, Sarah McLaughlin doesn't want you to chain your dog outside, but, for a couple hours,
yeah,
I can see.
he definitely spent a good several
Yeah.
chunks of time outside. Oh, my poor guy.
Yeah, Charlie,
Don't feed your animals Greek food. That is tonight's message, folks.
good one.
It's not a smart.
Yeah, gel in lighting. You think I actually have lighting, Charlie? Are you kidding? My lighting is
I
a
do. I
couple
see them
construction
all around.
halogens.
Those are some very nice lighting you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have lighting either.
no.
Luckily, I have 4 lights kind of over me, so. Plus, I've tried them once to do a video, and they're just so damn hot.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've got halogen, construction lights basically, which but they're too hot, and they're literally too hot.
Yeah, well, my green screen came with like 4 lights, but I have no room,
Yeah,
and it's just too much work. It really is. Because I have to take this stupid thing down. Normally,
Yeah.
I would just leave it up, but my kids come down here and play video games, and then
yeah,
God knows what they're doing with I find candy everywhere.
yeah.
My guitar fell the other day, and
Ooh,
I had a fit.
ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
If that ever happens again, no one will be here. Daddy will have the PS5 all to himself.
Sorry, fellas. No, I know how that is. Yeah.
No, it is true, Clay. And maybe if I ever cleaned up down here, I would take it off, but it's fucking a mess down here, man.
Well, that's the thing. My office, I got books stacked up, whatever projects I'm working on. So yeah, nobody.
No, because like in our house, we live in a split level, so everything is a half a flight away. So we have 4 levels. So when you're cleaning the bedrooms, everything that doesn't belong in the bedroom goes down to the living room. And then when you're cleaning the living room, it all goes to the family room. And then all crap ends up in my studio or in the basement.
Shit flows downhill.
So,
doesn't it?
it's just, it's this, you have to I have to maneuver around things to get a beer out of the refrigerator down here.
Yeah,
It's rough living, man. It's rough.
the way my garage was. Woe is Dom.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what,
Well-
you want to play something?
Yeah, let's play a tune, and I'll go get my bedding in the dryer. So
Why
I can
don't
actually
you
sleep.
want to play something from one of our
Yeah.
people playing on Saturday?
I think we should. I've got something from our friend Quincy Kane.
Anyone who
queued up.
doesn't know yet, on Saturday nights, myself, Chris Lane, and Michael Songs, where we've been doing a Saturday open mic. Well, G-May takes a little time off. So streaming on all 3 of our channels. We go for like 5 hours, and we start off the first hour. We always have 3 people we invite, and they just play a set of music to get the show going for like the first hour, and then we turn it into an open mic. So if you haven't been there, please come on Saturday.
Yep, you will enjoy it. So here's a little something from Quincy, and this will be not unlike what he's going to share with us on Saturday, I think.
Staring at my own reflection through shattered bits of glass, showing me the perfect picture of who I really am. But when you look at me, you never turn away. Kneeling next to me and picking up the pieces. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. I am such a useless failure, fallen to the ground. Every effort that I muster is never good enough. But when you look at me, standing next to me and holding out your hand, why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. If I'd take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. If I'd take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. So stop beating up myself. You took the punishment yourself, and it's just foolish pride to think that I could ever hurt myself enough to cover what I've done. I could cut myself dry, and it still would never be enough. It makes no sense at all. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. But love isn't fair. In spite of all I am, you chose to die for me, and that isn't fair. But love's not fair.
Great song.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
Yeah. I think I spoke to him about that because of the guitar. And I'm pretty sure he told me that is his brother's guitar. Maybe I'm wrong. Somehow I think I'm right.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I had a brother who had better guitars than me.
Yeah, no, it's. Brother has
That's a
guitars, but
beautiful-
I bought them for him. And
The binding on that is just
yeah,
gorgeous.
that was gorgeous.
And well played. To see that he had one of those guitar magazines in the 80s. He held one of those chords. He had like a bar chord with his like pinky, like 4 or 5 frets.
Yeah, exactly. It was spread like
All
that.
splayed out, yeah.
Yeah. Now that's
Definitely a
interesting.
magazine photo.
Here's how you can tell that somebody's been playing for a long time. Like here's well, I don't know if I'll be able to see, but like the spread on my left hand from playing bass is much wider than it's got like an inch and a half on my. See if I can do this where you can see it. See how much farther that I can spread on.
Basically, you just look like a bad magician.
Yeah, that looked terrible. I mean, you couldn't see. So, but yeah,
I get what you mean, though.
But yeah, I've got a lot more spread on my left hand than my right hand.
I always tell my kids, I can kill you with just my fingers.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible father.
Yeah. But no, they need to
They gotta know.
that.
They gotta know.
They gotta know. Yeah, it's like I can end you. I brought you in.
Yeah.
I'll take you
I
out.
think I actually had a conversation one time with Ray Pierce, and we both have said the same exact thing to our kids. I'm like, you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. I'm like, I ain't gonna lose for you.
That's it. My eldest took me up on that one time. My youngest, who's my side, I mean, he's a big dude too.
Right.
He's, again, because I coached him, he's like, we're never going to war because I know
Yeah.
you know dirty tricks.
Well, you
more
know
than
what
I
it
do.
is? Like the whole thing, like I forget who I was telling about, like all my life. I mean, I had my father in my life, luckily, through my 40s. And I was terrified of my father. He was my damn father, you know. Because he instilled that fear in me when I was young. So I was like, I'm going to be like 70 and my kids are going to be in their 20s, you know? So I really need to instill some fear if I want to have some kind of relationship later. Because otherwise, what's going to stop them? They're going to be like, yeah, well, you know, we don't even have to beat the man. We just have to flick the man and it will break his bone, you know? That's bad enough. My eldest son is like, hey, Dad, why don't you just go sit down a while? Your spine. You know, watch your spine, Dad. So I'm already getting stressed from a 10-year-old.
Oh, it happens. Well,
No, not the bad kind of fear. Like my
no, it's
kids
respect.
know I will never do anything. I'll always be there for them. But if they piss me off, they're gonna hear
that's the
Dad's
thing.
mouth. You know?
That's the thing. It's a respect, Lord
Yeah.
Spike, and that's and you know every generation says this, but the difference in level of respect that I have for my father, who's 85, versus the level of respect my sons have for me at 61, there's a difference. And you know, and I sometimes let them know. I said I don't appreciate when you're disrespectful. I mean, I put the work in, fellas. I put you both through college. So you can kiss my ass.
Like we have a very good understanding. Like we can rip each other. Ripping is what guys do.
Oh, yeah.
me
Yeah,
and my
my kids
kids
are
rip
brutal.
we rip the shit out of each other, and they
And
do it
that's
to me
fine.
too.
Absolutely.
But like you don't do that anywhere but at home, you know. And you know, it was kind of funny. So my wife was talking to me, and she said she was reading something about more and more kids as they become adults are just like abandoning their families, you know, their parents and stuff, like for whatever reasons. I'm sure there's a lot of
Multitude.
justified reasons, but I'm sure there are a lot of, you know, like just they don't, you know, hey parents, I want this now. And because their parents can't get up to speed fast enough, they just go, you're out, you know? And when we had that conversation, I immediately called a family meeting to let my boys know, if you ever do this, I will hunt you down.
Well, again, it's easier to cancel, and that's unfortunate. People, especially families, need to work through their stuff. Now, I mean, again, it ain't a one size fits all. Some families are horrible, and the kid probably should bail from it. But
Yeah. No, what did you say? Right there. Yes, respect, totally different from fear. And I say one of the greatest things about being a dad is simultaneously my kids love and worship the ground I walk in and are scared to death of me. And that is like a beautiful combination when you think not scared of me for what I do to them, just that's just how kids are with their dad. Your dad's like kind of everything.
Well,
So
yeah,
it's,
and that's the
it's-
thing. I can't say that I exactly ever feared my dad. I certainly was afraid of disappointing him, making all that kind of stuff.
all the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. But heck,
My
I was-
father only hit me once. Well, I won't say he hit me, but I was like 17 and so deserved it. So deserved it.
Yeah.
And the way in which he did it was a thing of beauty. So he went bowling, my mother went somewhere, and my father was a UPS driver. And if anyone knows, the best liquor is in a delivery man's house. My father would come home with bottle upon bottle upon bottle of whiskeys, everything. Everyone, back in the day, they gave him an envelope and and whiskey, which he started this thing. We don't do anymore. But my father used to he'd work Christmas Eve. He would come home like $2,000-$3,000 in tips. His thing for Christmas was he would put money all over the tree, like 20s, hundreds. The whole tree would be covered with money from my dad, which my mother took off, But
yeah.
So on this one particular night, me and my friends went down the line of my dad's bar, just starting on the vodka section, going through tequila, rum, whiskey, everything. I got so friggin' hammered, I passed out on a highway, out cold, before we stopped at some neighbor's house. Hey, can your kid, can what's his name come out? It's like 1:00 in the morning or something like that. No, it wasn't that late. It was probably like 10. She called my aunt. I think I saw your nephew and he's very drunk. And so she came and got me off the highway, just dead to the world. My friends were kind of passed out more in the bushes. So she got me home and my dad got home and he sat with me all night while I was getting sick until I sobered up. And he was comforting me and and then he's like, "How you feel?" I think I'm better, Dad. Thanks. And he said, "I'm sorry." And he just beat the crap out of me. And oh man, it stuck. I mean, you can't really get mad at that. Like you actually sat with me the entire night.
Yeah, make sure you're okay, and then
And then he beat the crap out of me. It was the only thing I ever had to do it.
I had that with my youngest. He we had to go get him at a Burger King or something, and we got tipped off that he'd been drinking in high school, and hey, you've been drinking. Oh no! And I mean, he's falling into the bushes, getting out of the car, and I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Who's the president?" And I think his answer was Lincoln or something. He remembered his foot. He knew his jersey number. He knew 66, but he couldn't come up with the president. And yeah. So we, made sure that he didn't have alcohol poisoning, and then we dealt with him after he'd sobered up.
Yeah.
And he's the one that doesn't drink anymore, so he figured it out.
Oh, after that, I went for years. I could not even smell whiskey. It would make me physically nauseous. Now that has worn off.
I didn't drink tequila for 40 years because of that. It's just a bad college experience.
And again, and that's, and I can't tell you, I could probably count on my hands. And this was when I was a teenager. No, I can't count on my hands. I forget the 90s. The 90s are a different story. But, I can't tell you, the last time I really drank a lot was Easter on G-May show.
Yes.
It was just like a spur of it was just one of those perfect flowing nights. And
I was impressed. I mean, that's, I like Basil Hayden, but, and I buy Basil Hayden for myself, but my bottle lasts a month or more. Yours lasted.
Mine lasted a night.
G-May show.
And I had to go get What did I have to get Johnny Walker Black because I finished it? It was like,
Yeah,
oh my
you
God,
finished it. I'm like,
never
I'm
do
like,
that. That's
dude.
terrible.
That was.
Oh, it was just such a perfectly flowing night. I was having so much fun.
You
Didn't
were having
feel
a
it.
good time. And
Didn't
you
feel it
weren't
until
an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I was a little stupid, but I was a heck. I'm generally a good stupid drunk, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you were
I'm
not,
never like,
you were not-
you know, I'm not one of those guys.
You weren't combative or anything. Yeah, you were just you were
Until I had to-
excessively happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Until I had to get up to go to the bathroom. That's when the whole, I remember I came back down and everyone was like, you better go. Like, right. I got up,
Yeah.
forgot I was on camera and tripping up the stairs and
Yep.
You've never been drunk, Michael? That's very good.
No, hey, some people know that it's not for them. Other people, they have to figure it out. And some people never figure it out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like like I said, I've always been lucky. I've never been addicted to anything other than cigarettes. I can drink or not drink. I can
Yeah, I do not
do
have
this,
an
do
addictive
that,
personality.
and then just
I'll get addicted to a game on my phone for a week. That's it.
until you're like, oh, I need to buy something in order to advance.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as
Delete.
you start, like, nope,
Yeah.
see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's like you know me. Yeah. Although I will buy cheat if I really like the game, but
I have not seen pole vault today. Oh, I just the wrong one. Was that you or me? Anyone seen pole vault? Pole vault. are you
I
in the
got
place?
he posted a new video today, which I saw, but short. But I haven't seen him in any of the chats.
It's true, Karen.
Yeah, they are
Cigarettes
horrible.
brutal.
I'm glad I
I-
never started. I don't like smoking. Never did. Why I don't smoke marijuana? It's not that I have anything against it, but I don't like smoking.
I have been, since I had my surgery, I wouldn't say I've quit. But
Cut way back.
I mean, like, yeah, way back. Like, I don't
Yeah.
smoke around my house anymore.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
like,
Oh no, we gotta take
And-
care of ourselves.
I'm determined to do it. It's really tough. It's so
Oh,
hard.
it's hot. Quitting smoking is miserable. My
Mhm.
wife has quit smoking 3 times in her adult life, and and she'll go years, but something will happen, and then she'll start again, and it's miserable.
Oh, that's all it takes is one little thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they say it. Excuse me, as I put all these friggin' poisons in me.
Yeah,
Because they
better.
say it never goes away. So you can go 10 years and not smoke, and as soon as you smoke, you're still at the point.
well, I
you
think
were
that's,
when you
yeah,
quit, you know.
exactly. It's an addiction thing. I think
Yeah.
it's true for people who have alcoholism. It's they can not have a drink for decades, and man, they'll have a drink and they're right back where they were. It's just how it works, apparently.
Yep.
Find out with my old niece there. See if she's figured it out. But she did, 5 years sober, and then fell off the wagon hard, and landed on her face and wrecked her car and everything else, and she's now on house arrest until.
I'll tell you, I got these gummies, Chad. So when I was on all those medications for the problems with my back, I was terrified, like that. I am the perfect candidate to get addicted to pills. I could feel like it could happen to me.
Yeah,
You know,
well, it's
So-
most people. That's hard not to.
I used to ride it. I mean, I went, like I said, I told Chris, I went for a month and a half, 24/7. I was on, a myriad
Some
of-
kind of
some kind of
narcotic.
pain reliever. Yeah. But I got to the point, I was like, when I had moments where I felt better, I was like, all I need is something to distract me from the pain. And, and I think I'll be, and I went and I bought different kinds of gummies, and I started doing them a lot more. And I got this one, It was so damn good. They're called stickies or something. It's a really, it takes a while. It takes like an hour and a half, and it's really good for like 4 or 5 hours. But I swear, you go to bed the next day, you don't feel the psychedelic, I guess, effects of it, but you still feel it like the next day, like you're very chill, very relaxed and stuff. But me and my wife are big gummy fans.
Well, my wife takes a part of one every night just for sleep a little bit. She's a '70s hippie chick, so she's down with the marijuana. But again, she doesn't want to smoke it, because she feels like in her job function, it's not good for her. So
Yeah,
she
I have
doesn't do it.
a good good vape one. I like too. But that's our married couple thing. Gummy, bottle of wine, good movie. That's what we do.
The plan. I lost my earpiece to one of my earbuds here.
Matter of fact, I
rubber.
think last week when Chad and Clay did the karaoke show, I had full intention of going, and my wife went out to dinner. She came home, and like maybe a half hour before they went live, we just started bullshitting. And I remember at one point I forget what we were talking, and we just went on a tangent. And at some point I noticed, oh wow, the TV turned itself off. Like
yeah, that's
we
when
were
you
just
know.
we paused something. We were just talking for so long that the TV turned off. And I was like,
So
that's pretty
nice.
good. We've been together 12 years and we can still kill television.
Yeah,
But,
that's
so
nice.
that's why I never made it that night, because we just we had a good old time.
Yeah, I wasn't totally happy with my sound, so then I went on afterwards to test some things, and that was like worse. So I was like, okay, and then I figured out what was going on, and I
What
fixed
was it?
It just changing the guitar strings changed the tonal response of the
Right.
guitar a lot, and I didn't compensate for it properly, and it ended up messing up some of the vocal things. So
Well, no, you're direct connected to your guitar, right?
yeah, and it goes into the DAW. Yeah.
Like I have to set my Taylor up. I haven't used it in a while for the same exact reason you just described. Because I always use 13 gauge strings on my Taylor, and I was feeling it. It was hurting. It was like, oh, this is too much. So I
Yeah.
went down to 12s, and as soon as I went down to 12s, I hated the sound of the guitar. It was just too, bleh. And I fully understand that a Taylor is a much brighter guitar than a Martin, just in general.
Yeah. Yes.
But I couldn't. I tried like 6 different sets of 12 gauge strings, and I wasn't happy with any of them, and I wasn't sure what to do. And then I bought the 12 string. And oh my God, it's hard to play a 12 string. They're very light gauge strings, but I'm like, well, if I can do this, I can just
But-
put 13 gauge
But it's
strings
double.
back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the same. Even though they're much lighter gauge strings, it still takes more force.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna just put 13s back on my
and
Taylor.
it doesn't. Yeah, I went slightly heavier with mine.
Good night,
you know.
Mike. Good night, Maria.
Yeah, we'll see you guys Saturday. I won't, but Dom will. I'll think of you, and I'll be home at some. I may drop into the show later on.
You
depending-
better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what time we'll be done with dinner and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, we end it, Chris, at 2 a.m. You're gonna be out with your mother until 1 a.m.
I don't know. Mom may want to party.
Yeah. Come
No,
here,
I
son.
never
Let's
know.
do some lines.
She's a fun old broad.
Well, that's cool.
No, I suspect we'll have her home slightly before 2 a.m. But
Well, I was freaking out because I was like, remember, I was talking to you and Michael. I was like, I don't think I could do the show either.
yeah, right.
I was like, my wife is having
It was looking bad
Christmas
for a minute
party, and I really feel like I need to be there. Even though she said you don't have to go, when she described the party, I was like, this is more of just our friends from work, so it's more than just a work party. It's like people
Yeah.
shoot. And I was like,
Difference,
you know.
yeah.
And then I told Michael and Chris, I can't do it. I can't do it. And the next day, I told my wife, and she goes like, "No, the party's at 4:00. You asshole." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I love that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
never know.
can we be
Oh.
home by 9:30? She's, yeah, we'll be home by 9:30. So
Yeah.
let's play another song, Chris.
Well, let's do
one.
that.
I got one ready to go.
Good. You fire it up, and then I'm gonna crawl around on the floor and try and find the little rubber ear thing.
Okay, find your little rubber, and then I am going to. I will be right back. So be ready. All right, folks. So we are playing songs from the people who are going to be doing live sets on Saturday. Here is a song from the amazingly talented, I call him, he's a Canadian poet, my good friend, Mr. Brad Example. I just have to do it the right way. Oops, don't mind me. New with this.
Yes.
Share. Here we go.
I can hear the rain falling outside your door. Million miles on the other side of the moon. Your smile woke my sleeping heart. You're still the girl I love from next door. I wander around my dreams just to find you. I water the rose under the tree. I wait here for you to find me. Everything I believe is a dream of me. I've waited my whole life to find you. Dead ends and got lost along the way. I can taste your lips through the years everywhere I go. Everything I believe, it's a dream to me. I've waited my whole life to find you. Dead ends and got lost along the way. I can taste your lips through the years everywhere I go. Everything I believe, it's a dream to me. Shy little girl, reign over my heart like a queen. I wanna lay all my days down on the ground for you to see. We can pick up the parts you love and that you need, and leave the rest to blow away in the breeze. I've waited my whole life to find you. Dead ends and got lost along the way. I can taste your lips through the years everywhere I go. Everything I believe, it's a dream to me. I've waited my whole life to find you. Dead ends and got lost along the way. I can taste your lips through the years everywhere I go. Everything I believe is a dream to me.
Aha. Yes. It's good that I can can't turn it off, but I can remove it from the stage. So I did that, and I found my little rubber earpiece. So it just was on the floor, hiding behind my amp. So when Dom is hiding in the bathroom or someplace, but yeah, that's a great song, right? Brad just does nice work. Success is an interesting word. And it applied in this situation. Had I not been able to find it, that would have bummed me out because these are my favorite set of in-ears. They've got 4 bass drivers in them. These are my live in-ears that I used to use. And they're quite good, and I would have had to go and get another set or find. And if you guys know, you know, they're very particular about how the rubber piece fits in your ear, and they got different sizes based on your ear, and these fit me perfectly. So there you go. Brought to us by StreamYard, kind of. Yeah, I don't know. We get a lot of StreamYard, or I at least get a lot of StreamYard ads. So
Hello.
you're back.
I am back.
All
I'm
right.
back. Did you find your little rubber?
I did. Success. Yeah, it was hiding behind my amp. So got down and found
Did
it.
Oh, we're sponsored by StreamYard now. Oh, we're moving up in the world, Chris.
Good to
We have
know.
sponsors.
Yeah. You'd think we'd be sponsored by Whiskey and Regret, but
That'd be great. Oh man, if we can, even a bad whiskey, even like Cutty Shark,
oh yeah, that would be would fall into my definition of bad whiskey for sure.
we could just say we are.
Yeah, we could. Sponsored by whatever we're drinking this week.
This week's sponsor. No, I'm not going to advertise for someone. I hate that.
No, give us money and we'll.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be a whore.
We're
No
all
qualms
whores. Just
in
depends
some
on
way,
how
shape,
much
or
we
form.
make.
So I haven't
Indeed.
heard that song from Brad in a while.
No, it's been a while. That's one that I like all of his stuff, but that's a particularly good one.
Yeah, no, he's easily one of my favorites.
Yeah, when he did that live gig recently, where got together with his band and they rehearsed.
Yeah,
for-
that was really great.
Yeah, like a couple hours, and went out and played the gig. And man, they sounded great. It was like they played together for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and it sounds like they were at least locally a big band.
Pretty big deal. Yeah, I think they had it going on.
Hometown hero kind of thing, which is a great pocket to be in when you can do it. Good night, Lord Spike Protein.
Be well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever.
I
you
am just going to.
celebrate or don't.
I have this thing. So, if I go up to a person, let's say and they're Jewish, right? And if I say Merry Christmas, I think it's perfectly acceptable that they say Happy Hanukkah to me.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't do it's not that I don't I don't think of everyone. Merry Christmas is just the way I celebrate this,
general.
So I, don't take it offense if I don't say Happy
Guess
Holidays.
what?
I only say Merry Christmas to all. And
Right.
whatever you do or don't do, I think it's great. And however you celebrate is that how you should respond. It drives me
Yep.
crazy when, not that you drive me crazy, when people feel they need to, let me get every possible thing so I don't offend anyone.
Yeah, no, it's
But,
well, my next door neighbor, the Jewish guy, we had that exact same conversation. He stopped by and gave me a little something, and Hanukkah's going on. I said Merry Christmas. He said Happy Hanukkah. I said Happy Hanukkah. He said Merry Christmas. We had our little exchange of things that we do, and he came in the living room and complimented us on how beautiful our Christmas tree is, and it ain't a thing.
and then you kind of said, yeah, your menorah is great too. And then after he left, go.
I don't know. I don't know how his menorah is because I didn't go to his house yet.
But I mean, I think that is prime how people should get along by being different. I don't like how everyone has to all fit into a box, you know.
Well, needless to say, conformity is not my thing.
No, I like all different kinds of people for all their different reasons, and it doesn't have to
Absolutely.
be my thing. And, you know, I don't even have to like it. I can still appreciate it, though, you know.
Yes.
So I only say Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah. That just reminds me of the, I think, yeah, Sean and I just had played in church, and we went to the little gas station that was around the corner and everything. And, you know, it was run by Pakistani guys. And so, you know, we're in there, and I'm like, hey, Merry Christmas. And Sean's like, I suspect they don't celebrate Christmas. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right, but I'm friendly,
know,
and
but
they were friendly, whatever.
Yeah. You know, those people who work in stores, like, and they all kind of should be happy about
Yeah,
Christmas
whatever
time,
holiday
you know?
it is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, did we find a video from Pinch Tube?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a pinch.
Excellent. This is going to be our third artist. If you guys have not caught, he is a Texan, and he's a outstanding singer-songwriter. And just he's a good old boy, and really his songs are quite excellent. So check it out Saturday night. Pinch will be one of our guest artists.
Very hard band to get a hold of.
Yes. Yeah, thank God he stumbled into our stream, and we're like, hey, dude, we want you
Yeah,
to come
like
play.
we had many conversations. Where can you find
How do
him?
we find this guy?
And he has one of those, you know, just like as well as I know Clay, it's still a pain in the ass to find his channel sometimes.
Yes. It's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I wasn't having any. I'm stalkery as hell, and I find people all the time, you know, when it's part of my job research wise, and I was not coming up with him.
Yeah, it's Pinch Tube. There we go. There
Yeah.
it is. All right, no, it's not that. Let me just find it. Bear with me. Bear with me.
We're bearing.
It should be. There it is. Okay, I have it.
That's right.
Okay, no commercial. That's good. We're going to actually. All right, so here is our good friend Pinch. Excuse me, doing one of his original songs called Little Birdie. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee.
Doing good.
Here we go. And let me be yours.
You always had your head up high. You were the pretty one in the room, and everyone sang along as you were whistling your siren's tune. I never thought to chase you around, and then I painted myself your clown. I should have listened to the talk in town. Sometimes it's better to be lost than found. Ooh, ooh, she's an empty nest. What do they want her for? Now, now. Ooh, you used to fly so high, but those wings don't work no more. But hey bird, where'd you go? I thought our feathers were just the same. Well, I fell down and out, 'cause you were playing someone else's game. I searched for you through the clouds. I saw you, baby, I took aim. The look of lucid in your eyes brings me pleasure, brings me pain. Ooh, 44 and I Birdie wasn't aching no more. Bang, bang, a man come knocking on my door. I may be going away, 30's flying no more. I may be going away, 30's flying no more. Ooh, I'm still feeling something, but not like before. Now, now. Ooh, used to fly so high, but those wings don't work no more. 'Cause I bang, bang, shot her with my 44, and I pow, pow, Birdie wasn't aching no more. Bang, bang, man come knocking on my door. I may be going away, 30's flying no more. I may be going away, 30's flying no more. I may be going away, 30's flying no more. Ooh, used to fly so high, but those wings don't work no more.
What a
Wasn't
great
it-
song.
Yeah, that was an interesting version. I didn't realize he had a full band at one time.
Yeah, well, I think that is the main reason why we don't see a lot of Pinch, because I think he's a more regularly performing musician,
Yeah.
than us, where we're just kind of hacks at home.
Yeah. I've got to say, I like his solo acoustic
Oh
version.
God,
of that.
yeah. I like everything he does. He's just
Yeah.
he's cool dude, and I would never try to do a song like that because I just can't pull it off. He's so Texas, how everything comes across.
Well, yeah. I mean, Texans are Texans.
Yeah.
They just are. They're delightful people, but they could be their own country.
Good night, Chell. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Oh,
Appreciate
good
you.
night, Karen.
Yep. Who's leaving us?
Not Karen M. Karen Reese.
Mm-hmm. We still don't know who Karen M is.
No, mystery woman.
Well, maybe that's what the M stands for, missing.
Hmm. So, how much of the song did you write? Your new song.
Oh, it's all down.
Okay, you got all
the lyrics. Got all the lyrics. Got the I'm just now. I gotta work on the performance. I got the drum part working the way I want it to, and what I did today was a very rough. The vocals go here. Here's where guitar solos are gonna go. That kind of stuff, and I I performed it poorly and kind of cut it up for timing wise, and then I'm gonna go in and do some tweaks on the drum, and then I'll go back and start doing the bass, start doing the guitars, and then send it to you. So that'll happen sometime.
No, that's cool.
Sunday, Monday.
I enjoyed going back to the old process of making a song. So, like everyone knows, pretty much I haven't, although I've written probably the most songs I've ever written in a chunk of time, like 12 to 15 new songs I wrote.
Yeah.
I've written 3 since I came back from my surgery, so that makes me very happy.
No, that's good.
Because if I couldn't play my guitar, I couldn't write a song. I can't do one without the other. I took a break on recording the songs. So I guess when you're only doing an acoustic song, sometimes they tend to get too complicated,
Yeah.
You need a good drum beat to because I wanted to get back to just simple, easy songs. So I think maybe I got that. So I recorded a new song, and actually I'm going to play it for you guys because it's our show. But so this is
what we want.
this is and everyone can pretty much tell you the way I work. When I'm recording in a DAW, I don't plan it. So the song I made happens to be on the exact same project folder that I use for live streaming, all my live streaming setups. Because when I get an idea, I just go, and I don't try to perform it well. I don't try to make it work well. I don't, I produce it enough, can this be a song? And if I get done and go, yeah, I think this can be a song, then I start the whole thing all over again with an intent to do it correctly. So anyway, like I was saying earlier, YouTube said the music I like to listen to are sad, dramatic songs with a slow burn. And I really like slow burn. So I was telling Michael and Chris, I want to use that in a song title. So yesterday I wrote and recorded a song called Slow Burn. And let me see if I can do this. So can I share? I think I can. I can share my screen. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So present arms. No. Entire screen window. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is, all right, so this is called Slow Burn, even though it says Project 49, because Project 49 is my live streaming thing. And you can even see I'm talking. So, all right, here we go. Oh, wait, did I share it? Oh, yeah, I did.
With their swords drawn, and in the early light of morn, I feel a slow burn. Blame the man who's picking sides. He don't know his wrong from right, so he don't get left behind when the story's told.
haven't heard a victory song. Just hold a white flag in my arm and feel the slow burn. I saw you marching up a hill. Need to fix something to kill. Giving up on free will in the eyes of God. Don't you take the statues down, because their past is hallowed ground. And here inside the lost and found lives a slow burn. How do I get rid of this? Hello?
Okay.
Oh.
That's it. And it's done. Very
That's
cool.
right.
All right. Happy Friday, Chad.
Oh, there we go. I always forget that when my voice was working, because since I'm actually in the project that was on, once it gets past the end, everything cuts out because I put it on a volume fade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I did that last night and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, because you haven't done a lot of recording lately.
I haven't done a lot of recording, and it's been a while since I wrote the song in the DAW, so I was like scribbling, thinking, okay, how about let's try this? How about that?
Right.
And you know what I just realized? This may be my first one-chord song.
Yeah.
It does a walk down. It's basically in the key of A. I used 3 guitars, all the same guitar, my Martin I was holding. So there's one guitar capoed at the 7th, playing a D shape, walking down D, C, B, A. And then the other guitar, I set it up like more to sound like a Nashville 12 string. And then I play that without the capo, and that was going, a D chord, so D, and then G, F sharp to E.
Yeah.
But there was like another part in it, but I don't think it worked. If I do it as an acoustic, I'll probably put the other part in without words, just because I can't do the guitar fill. And I do really, thank you, Chad, I do really like it's such a pretty little guitar lead. And there's one part of it, I wouldn't call it a lead, it's melody, that really sounded very Beatles-ish to me. There's
No,
like
I was
one
gonna
thing
say,
that was like,
no, there's a lick in there that's a total Beatles lick.
yeah, bam, 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 and it was
Yep.
like, oh, that's like right out of the Beatles playbook. So that made me
Yeah.
happy that. And so Siegel said like Bad Company vibe. Appreciate that. If I could sing like that, be even better. But
Yeah. Yeah.
if any of us
Sing
could
like-
sing like that, right?
Yeah.
And the guy still got fucking pipes, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's had a bunch of strokes and everything. Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
out there.
Frampton, early Frampton. Yeah, I could see that. But to me, it was like, okay, this song, it's a slow burn. It's, takes a while,
Yeah.
has a little bit of message, but we're not so in a, not pushing it down your throat. And it just,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Message is good. Hitting people over the head, no.
yeah.
Let's be subtle. That's fun. It's,
So I felt good. Felt good to do something like that. When you get away from recording, you get like worried about it. It's like, oh,
yeah, no,
like,
you were overthinking it. I'm like,
yeah,
"God,
well, I mean, that is my nature. I overthink everything.
Yeah.
In the end, I realize don't pay attention to what the things I think. Just do the things I like
just
to
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of not trying to overthink. I just get in and go, and
I
sometimes it doesn't work.
I can't stop myself from overthinking. I break everything down to ad nauseum, shall I say, where I look at things. But I don't let it stop me.
Well, that's the
Generally,
thing.
I do it all I privately suffer my own thoughts, but I don't bring it out. And there you go. So we had a
little debut, but
yeah,
that's
a
kind
little
of
debut.
a little. This is kind of the process of SWA. We'll throw in something that's, Now, I mean, that's a good example because even though Dom just, worked on it last night, it's still pretty polished, but it'll totally be redone, once he. And
How much different? I don't know, but I would
Yeah.
think the levels will be better. And
well, yeah,
like we were talking about the drum beat, like
Yeah.
especially when I'm working on a song, all I look for, the most minimalistic thing at the tempo I want. That's all I want because I want to be able I got pretty good in using auto drummer where in like a 3-minute song I would have like 30 or like 30 different cuts in my drum track. Like usually spend like an entire day adjusting the drum track, but to start off I just want like a steady beat,
Well, that's
it.
the thing. You can always go back. The drums are more important to me as a bass player, so I probably spend more time on it just so I have little things to play off. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, you basically need that high-tech metronome, and
Yeah.
then you can go back and change it
Right. Well,
uh,
exactly.
as long as you keep the same tempo and the basic pattern.
I usually go most basic drum with acoustic with the main guitar, then like a placeholder vocal. Then I go back and redo the drums.
Yeah.
After that, then I do the bass to the drums. That's usually the way I do it, and then throw the other stuff.
And that
But-
makes sense.
Yeah, as far as demos, yeah, that is possibly one of my more polished and thought out
Yeah, that was a pretty
kind of
polished
demos.
demo. And again, I was just happy to hear that your voice is sounding good. I didn't
Yeah,
hear
it's definitely. I'm at a half step down than normal, just so I don't strain. But yeah, for the most part. Hey, what's going on, Emperism?
There he is. He's up and drinking Finnish coffee.
No, you're the man, bird. Oh, damn, Chris. We always do that.
Yeah. Well,
been
I
screaming a lot
I'm
lately,
just, yeah, I think I'm so used to running the chat part that I forget that you jump in.
Oh, you had such a long stint without me here. I was co-host in name only.
Yeah. Well, it's good
Yeah.
that it's the dynamic duo is back dynamicing and duoing.
Yeah, dynamicing. Yes.
Well, it wasn't a little. I was thinking about taking the night off. And
You
Dom
were.
And I talked Monday.
You
But
know,
you-
and did you see what I did? Because I encouraged you to take the night.
Yes.
You were in a bad way
I
in
was
the
not in a
beginning
good
of the
place.
week. No,
Yeah.
he was getting upset about everything, and
Yeah, and I was.
you were like a little bitchy, a little cranky. Knew you weren't doing good.
Yeah.
That's why I set it up like in advance just to go, if you don't want to come, don't worry about it.
Well, it's funny. Kay said, "Go do your show. Don't, you'll be." She said, "I know you," and I said, "Well, maybe I'll stop in for a while." And she goes, "You'll be there all night." It's like, you know me. But yeah, I was just, I have changed my diet and I'm doing some different things. And as I did some research, you can sometimes kind of have because your body chemistry is changing. And Monday came around and it was after I had a great time on Clay's and Chad's show Friday. And then we did Saturday Night Live, and that was all cool. And then I don't know, I did I just was in a funk. I listened to a little bit of the Rockin' Rabbit Holes and they were, what the hell were they even talking about?
Wasn't it the one chip challenge?
Oh yeah, they were going to do the one chip challenge, and I said, "Hey fellas, I'm going to bed." And I just woke up Monday and I just was not myself. And it just took me basically all day to get out of my funk. But, Dom was texted me back and forth all day, which was nice. Michael Songs texted me a little bit. And by Tuesday, I was feeling more like my normal self. And, that happens sometimes.
Let's actually be honest. My original texts were how we found out how bad of a mood we're in, right? Because it started with me I forget what we were.
Oh,
he said something, and you can't leave a little dangler for me, and I just went like a shark, and I was like jump, 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 and then when we left, we were like texting back and forth. I think it was with Clay. And we were in a multi-text with Clay and Chad. And when I left, I turned to my wife and I said, "I think I really just pissed Chris off." And she's, "What did you say?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I don't think he's happy with me."
Nah, so I was sensitive about it.
So the next day, I texted him on his phone. I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry if I went too far." And then Chris apologized for not being able to take it.
Oh yeah, no, it was just he was ragging me about being old or something.
It was
I got
three times in a row. Yeah,
I got super sensitive, and
he was like a little bitch. I love you, Chris. Yeah, we all
everyone should be
there.
old like me.
Are you wearing a smoking jacket, by the way?
No, it looks like it doesn't. No, this is my. This is my Avalanche overshirt.
I was like the motherfucker wouldn't put on his Hugh Hefner jacket.
Well, no, I was doing
some little romance going on after the happy hour.
This was one of the things the cat barfed on.
Okay.
So I got it out of the dryer and it was all warm, and I'm like, I'm just going to put it on. But no, this is my Avalanche. I don't know if Zach Thong is still, but eat your heart out. Look at that. That's my Avalanche overshirt.
No, I would never say anything bad about his hair. Come on, look at that fucking head of hair. Have you ever noticed I wear a hat all the time? Why do you think that is? Because I do not have hair like Chris.
Few people. Well, my mother has hair like Chris, but that's where I got it from. Yeah, no, not my bowling shirt.
It could be a bowling shirt. Yeah,
it does have kind of a bowling shirt cut.
Yeah, it's got a Well, I only saw the purple side. That's why I was thinking Hugh Hefner smoking jacket.
Yeah. Anyway, see,
that's your team's colors, purple and blue.
No, it doesn't. No, it's a burgundy and it is a bluish, but it's a royal and black. It's a very black blue. It's not coming across on the screen very well.
No, to me. Well, I'm also colorblind.
Oh yeah.
For a good chunk of colors. So to me, that's purple and blue.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Hey, Miss D.
Burgundy. Hey, Miss D, how are you?
Bird, my beer's all gone.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's now drinking the empty.
Yeah.
The stealth bottle.
Which means the show will probably be ending soon.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not drinking, I need to be eating. So.
Which is that's my whole diet change. A lot less drinking, eating. Well, more drinking. Man, more water. I drank a lot of water to begin with, but I'm drinking even more. And along with coffee and just very low carbs and And it's been very interesting because I feel totally full, even though I'm eating a hell of a lot less food. It's been interesting. We'll see. Now, I don't know how much weight I've lost because my wife got on a tear and she's Christmas decorating and picked up the bathroom scale while she was cleaning stuff out. She has no idea what she did with it.
Where did she put it?
Yeah, it's in this house,
that's
someplace. So
that's generally the way most women I know clean.
I mean, I looked in the Christmas bins. I got nothing. I have no idea where it's gotten off to. So,
like my thing, like if I'm gonna clean, I don't like. I'll put everything in one place, and then I won't put that stuff back until I can put it where it goes. But my wife, like every surface will be cleared of any debris. But God knows there'll be like a screwdriver in your underwear drawer, like wherever she can get it. That's where it's going, man.
well, I suspect she stashed it with some of the Christmas stuff
Probably,
that
yeah.
she's been. In which case, we'll get it. I'll
Yeah,
get
in
my
January,
scale back
yeah.
on Christmas morning. She'll
Well,
find it.
that's like we do that. So the bins we keep our Christmas stuff, and we pack most of the rest of the house kind of
Yeah.
decoration things away. Oh, what's going on over here? We're
I
getting a
don't
little.
know.
Chad's getting a little racy. He must have had an extra gummy tonight.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. You have
I
any
don't know
idea
what
what that
moon
comment
water
is? No, I
Is
don't
that like
either.
Prime? No, that's coconut.
Yeah.
You ever drink Prime? My kids love Prime.
I've
It is
never heard of it.
god awful, the most chemical thing I've ever
Well,
tasted.
again,
it's disgusting.
as I've said many times, I drink tea, I drink coffee, I drink water, I drink whiskey. And
Yeah, I'm
every
pretty
once
much
in
the
a while
same.
tequila. I don't drink anything else.
I do,
I
like
do
a
drink
nice-
eggnog during
I
the
do like
holidays.
Pepsi if I'm having pizza. But yeah, I'm basically coffee, water, beer, and whiskey.
I just won't drink soda. If I drink the only soda I will drink is Canada Dry ginger ale.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
not even, that's ginger ale. It's not
Yeah,
really
it's ginger
soda.
ale. It's not even really soda.
It's
But-
medicinal. I do like a soda now and then, though.
Yeah, I just got to the point. I just don't. I cannot stand all the sugar and just all the, man, and I really love Mountain Dew back in the day, but
Oh.
I can't stand it. And
Ugh.
yeah, well, I quit drinking it 25 years ago. So, yeah. Yeah, see, Emperism knows. Coffee,
Yeah, I think
whiskey,
we all
rum,
drink
and,
the same things.
there we
But
go. And coffee. Yeah.
but I will say, out of everything, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, and which is
I
good.
and I was telling if I am like a glass off, I feel it.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I totally feel it now.
Well, here in Denver, it's so dry that, yeah, if you're not drinking water, you gonna die. It's not
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
That's why people get sick when they come here, because of the altitude and the dryness. And Bird, you're right. Sugar is not. It's not anybody's friend.
Crown and ginger. Okay,
Yeah,
I
well,
was big on Seagram 7 and ginger ale.
Well, this is why I acquired the taste for ginger ale when we'd visit my grandfather here in Denver when we lived out of state. He drank whiskey and he put ginger ale in there, and he would give us just the ginger ale, and I
Right.
just loved the taste of it.
Wasn't maybe Gary? I don't know. Wasn't Seagram 7 one of the? I think it came from Canada, right? It was
Yeah.
came
That's-
out in the Prohibition, right?
Yeah,
They used
that's
to
a
bring it over.
blended
That's-
Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, that's where they got their foothold.
Yeah, exactly.
Drive it over boats and to
Mhm.
Michigan.
Yeah, see, and honestly, if I have I end up with a crappy whiskey, I'll try a whiskey sometimes and go, it ain't that great, and then I'll mix it with a little ginger ale.
Yeah. I mean, never with Coke or anything
No.
like that. But right, that's like Jack Daniel. I'll have Jack and Ginger because Jack Daniels is. I'm way too old to find it enjoyable to just drink it. It's
No.
like rot gut,
It's just yeah. It's a very distinctive taste, and it's not a bad taste, but it's just not one that my palate likes that much. It's
What do you
rather
put in the
drink-
Mountain Dew? Chad?
Well, Chad puts
Moonshine?
nothing because I don't believe he drinks. Hard Mountain Dew. Beer Noximus.
That's funny.
Oh, there you go. Well, Canadians like beer.
I had friends who lived in Syracuse, and they got me into Labatt's beer. Labatt's is really good.
All right. There is something about Canadians beers. Labatt's, Molson, there's just to my nose, there's kind of a skunky smell to it that I do not care for. No, I'm not much of a beer guy. About the only beer I'll drink is I will drink a Guinness every once in a great while, or I'll drink a Hefeweizen. But that's it.
Oh, I love Heifers.
Well, they're delicious, light and refreshing, and indeed. Pole Vault likes soft Mountain Dew. Pole Vault likes who knows. I was going to make a joke there, but I'm not going to.
Please.
Nope.
It does. And you have, like, you can beer, whiskey, have all the characteristics like people have in wine. There are certain beers that go better with certain things.
Yes.
And I go by my moods. Like summertime, like if I'm working outside, I'll only drink Corona because it's like the next closest thing to water. Really.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, it's
so
a little
light,
refreshing. Yeah.
And know what I really love? Like, I buy a case of the Nips. Because if you're like, when you're working outside in the summer, if you have like a regular full size bottle, you can't just down a bottle. So you put it down. The next time you come to it, it's like not cold anymore.
Okay.
But you get those little miniature bottles.
Yeah, the small
and it's
ones.
one swallow, you know, it's
Yeah, they're what, 6 ounces or something like
something
that?
like that.
I like those.
Are great.
I will buy those for cooking because they're, I don't need that much beer. So, yeah, I like the little 6 ounces for cooking.
Yeah, I don't know what everyone's saying. What my temperature is? What's everyone's temperature?
All right, I'm looking.
Oh, I almost said 15. But that's the date.
Yeah, close. Oh, Dom.
34. It's 34
Weather
here.
says-
Oh, me and Bird, we're neck and neck. He's 33.
Yeah, I'm 31.
Oh, no, Bird's 36.
But of course, I'm a mile high closer to the sun than you guys are, so it's
It's not a big difference, though.
yeah. Well,
You guys
on the wind,
really
you get colder.
You guys really are rolling to that mile. We're a mile higher than all
Well,
you.
because it makes a hell of a difference, and you
Not
don't
to
know
us.
unless you come here. Well,
Not-
it will. I mean, if you ever follow through on your threat to come visit me, you'll drive out here and you go, "Oh, I see what the hell he's talking about."
You know what? I will, if I do, I will sneak an oxygen tank with me just so I never have to say that to you. Yes. We'll be there one day.
I hope so. I think it'd be great.
60, Paul Vault. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's down in Texas.
Yeah, damn Texans.
But again, they have nice weather, and unless they get an ice storm, and then it's miserable.
Kahlua is a very, Kahlua goes good on Christmas.
Yeah,
And
I
it also
could
good.
sip that on a Little Rocks.
It
That
also
would-
goes great on a oh, damn! I keep hitting the thing. What the hell's that movie? The Dude. If you're watching a Dude movie marathon, bottle of Kahlua is always good. What the hell's the name? Oh, The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's White Russians.
23 Emperism.
Yeah, it's colder.
19
Who's 19?
Coldacre.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
19 minutes.
yeah. No, Coldacre. It's summer in Australia.
He's Australian.
Yeah. I was looking at the weather. Yeah, well, they got storms. Well, they haven't moved into Dallas yet. Yeah, it's like I'm not seeing shit for me right now.
Yeah, you're right, Chad. Chris could either pull off if they did a A screen adaptation, or if they did
Oh.
like a play, like community theater of the Big Lebowski.
Well, yeah, here I get my
Chris
bathrobe.
Chris could fit. He can also do, I think, a fairly convincing Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, when I had the full beard, it was pretty beardalicious. I do get that all the time. I'll be out in public and people go, "Oh, you look like the guy in the movie. The guy, the dude." Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, I've heard that before. No, pole vault does, Dallas. All right. So you're taking off for the holiday, I take it there, Coldacre. That's nice.
Where you going?
Yeah, probably just not to work, it looks
Okay.
like.
That's cool.
Daniel
Any day
Boone.
not working is a good day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never taken a Christmas holiday. I would like to try that one day.
Yeah, we kind of did. My wife gets off basically the whole week. And I could work and everything. I just pretty much don't.
The thing I most miss about my old life was the company I worked for. 27 years. We shut down until January, like
Yeah.
January 6th. So it was like 2 weeks paid vacation all the time. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
nice.
It was my favorite, especially because my wife and kids went back to school and I still had like a week off. But those days are gone. So,
Yeah, fat Vince Neil, you're right.
yeah, definitely a fat Vince Neil. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenny
Not-
Rogers, you can do
not-
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, not as fat as Vince is now, but
No.
maybe Vince 10, 15 years ago fat. Yeah. Yeah. Because everyone goes nuts. Yeah. Indeed. That was nice. Well, and that's what we did last year is, just took off and went to Uray with my wife and my sister, and we just had the best time. That was fun. We're thinking we may do it again next year. Go up to the mountains and just take our little Christmas tree and stick it in the whatever place we rent and just eat at restaurants and
I
drink
had a
booze.
friend who had a driver camper, and for Christmas they would pack up all the presents and they would go camping. Bring
Yeah, that-
Christmas with them, and
Yeah,
I
that's-
always thought it was kind of fun, because with
Yeah.
your kids and stuff. It's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, kind of fun. Well, I remember when we would go up to my dad's up in Montana, and when the guys were young, I mean, I had to buy a carrier for the top of our little Ford Escort, and the thing would be packed with all our luggage and everything, and then all the Christmas presents would be stashed up in the carrier, and we'd go visit Pop, and then Santa would come, and it was all good.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Tired of the ho ho ho. Yeah. It's what you make of it. I know that the holidays ain't great for some people. I mean, they're cool. I tend to actually New Year's bums me out a lot of years. Not every
I wouldn't
year,
say it
but-
bums me out, but it's
I-
not like big deal. Like,
Well, yeah, I don't go out and celebrate. I don't give a shit about that. But
If-
kind of how I was Monday, I can be that way or on New Year's Eve. It just, I don't know. I can get in a weird space.
we found maybe a YouTube thing, but they do like a kids New Year's Eve at like 7 p.m. So we usually do that with our kids, 'cause thankfully they don't stay up. But there's been many years where my wife and I are in different rooms at midnight,
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's okay. It's next year. Well, I don't know, because it's, I guess that was always, well, next year's going to be better, and when
Yeah.
you lived a while, there's going to be good points and bad things in every year. So the
Yeah.
changing of the year isn't really, doesn't hold any mystical powers anymore.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly
I'm
right.
sure I'm going to hit some shit in 2024, and there's going to be some good stuff too.
Yeah. Well, that's That's kind of the thing, like
Yeah, what were you doing in Guitar Center, Pole Vault? I mean,
Yeah.
haven't we spoken about this
friends
several
don't
times?
let friends go to Guitar Center.
I mean, get out of there.
yeah, that's a horrible place.
Yeah, totally.
It just is. Yeah, I went there a couple weeks ago, just because I got to go there twice a year to remember why I hate that place, and I was there for about an hour, and I remembered basically why I hate the place.
So why did you have to go there?
Well, I didn't
Guitar
have to.
strings? Well, you
I
just said you
chose
had
to.
to.
Well, I go there to remind myself. I was looking for a Firebird. I don't need any more guitars, but
I hear there's
if
this
a
place in China.
Firebird-
I hear there's
Yeah.
this place in China, Chris. It looks really good.
yeah, that worked out really well for me. But I would love a Gibson Hummingbird or the Epiphone equivalent, and I would love a Firebird. Or again, the Epiphone equivalent, but haven't found. I played one up in Montana that I liked a lot. The Firebird was good. Once I tuned it, because the tuners are reversed and they don't wind the same way, and I had a hell of a time with it. Once I figured that out, it was much better.
How many guitars do you have on Prism?
Amp's
Right
got
now.
a lot.
We're
Oh,
waiting.
yeah. I mean, this says it right all. They didn't even know Chevelle. I mean, Chevelle still makes a guitar, but yeah. Chevelle
Yeah, that's
was a
because the
great guitar in
people
the
who
80s.
work in Guitar Center, are like 18, 20
Yeah.
maybe, and then
Yeah.
you get that one guy who's 30 and then like, oh, pal.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hubs. Good one, Hubs. All right. Now 11 to 12.
11 to 12. All right. I thought
one
you would have
bass.
more.
And every guitar player should own a bass.
Yes. I wish I had bought a different bass. You have 28.
That's a lot. No, it is not. Stop being wrong, Chad.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I never want to have more than 3 or 4 because that means one of, and that's why I'm selling the one, because it just sits.
Yeah.
And
I
it's a
would
good
like
guitar, but I don't play it.
I would like to get rid of a few of my electrics because there's only one I love to play, and that's my Jackson Sweet Tone.
Yeah,
Um,
I get it.
my young son, wants my red, and it's like candy apple red and white Stratocaster. I'm like, you know what? Even if you never played guitar, it's a nice guitar to hang on your wall.
Yeah,
He loves that
exactly.
guitar.
See, and that's cool. And I mean, I play my Ibanez most of the time. I play my Strat pretty frequently, and I play my Telecaster pretty frequently. And then my second Telecaster, the custom one, the $1,100, $1,200 guitar, I just don't play the damn thing.
I have like one of those three guitar stands, and I usually keep an acoustic and an electric, and I usually whatever one like every week or two I'll put one away. Like right now, I have my my semi hollow. So if I use whatever I make, that's the guitar. If I happen to make a song, that's the guitar I'm going to use. Like
Right.
I don't go, oh, I need this guitar,
No, I mean, when you play one and you know
Yeah.
that you do need it, that's
But I
fine.
definitely think I want to sell my Jackson Soloist because I'm not a shredder.
Yeah. I get it.
Beautiful guitar, and I could probably get a nice chunk of change for it. So.
Yeah, you can roll it into something else that maybe you need, or I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would love to get a new Taylor. I would love to get a Grand Auditorium.
Taylors are nice.
You
I
know,
like Taylors.
I don't need I don't need the Dreadnought. Every acoustic I have is a Dreadnought.
Yeah. See, those are cool guitars. I like those. I don't know that I'd want to own one, but they are kind of fun to play.
So when you say cheap guitars, what do you mean there, Pole Vault?
Well, I guess, I do need to say I got the two Yamaha acoustics, the 6 and the 12. And then, of course, my two basses, my Victory bass and my Thunderbird.
Oh, $50? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if you can get a guitar, even if it's not great, for $50 is such a deal.
Yeah, I mean, like Jack White, right? He said he never bought it. He always found guitars in the trash. And
Yeah, I mean, it can work. Here's what I know: a $25 guitar from China, you don't ever get it.
no, never.
Never. Even though they
Even
sent it
though you
twice.
put insurance on it. Oop, insures 1999 guitar.
Dummies.
Cheap motherfuckers from Denver in a smoking jacket. That's who.
In an Avalanche smoking jacket. Well, yeah, I mean, if you get $1,000 for guitar for $50, yeah, hello.
Sure.
And I love prowling pawn shops for guitars, but I've never found a good one. Not once.
See, I won't, because to me, you are a failure if you go to a store and don't buy something. So if I go to a store, I'm buying something. So I won't go in any music shop.
I have no problem with that.
No, I hate it. It's like why am I doing this? If isn't the end result something new? Like, ever go into a store and I'm like, oh, we can ship it to you. You're like, no. That's if I'm not leaving with it, then why am I doing this?
Well, that's the last 3 guitars I bought. I wasn't looking for one. I just found it.
Sorry. Yes, I did listen to it. It's killer, man. Really good tune. Good for Ace.
Yeah, Ace.
I love his guitar solos are still some of my favorites because they're just so damn tasty.
Yeah.
They fit the song. They're their own songs. They have their own melodies. I could probably sing almost every Ace guitar solo ever made because they're all like little mini songs.
So, see, there you go. He's funny because he has the weirdest voice. Just
How so?
I just the way
Voice perfectly normal to me.
Well, New Yorker, but no, it's one of those voices that doesn't seem to match his.
He sounds
his
like
body
a guy
and his face.
who should be flipping nickels. Hey, how you doing?
Exactly. That's why it just doesn't match him.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. Yeah, I always thought that was funny. Where Gene Simmons, kind of is a scumbag, and he kind of sounds like a scumbag. So.
Really? The Rolling Stones put out a new album? No, that I have not. I've never been a huge Rolling Stones fan.
From the grave. How old are those fucking guys?
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are dead, some of them are retired. I know that most of the Rolling Stones, either Wyman or Charlie Watson, I don't remember which, is the same age as my father. So, yeah.
Now, when you bid on these guitars, are these guitars you're picking up or they're being shipped to you? That's what I would. Not saying like I bought actually the acoustic I bought online from Sweetwater.
Well, that's it. I would buy from Sweetwater.
Yeah, I mean they're returned. They're like, keep the box in case you don't like it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he's bidding local. All right.
Okay. That's smarter,
I can see that.
Yeah, but that's just, I don't have room for 20. I mean, I have quite a bit. I have like 15, 16.
Yeah. Well, again, it's like tools in a toolbox. I have as many guitars as I need to do what I need to do.
No, I don't need most of mine.
Yeah, and anymore
I mean, I need my acoustics, so.
Yeah.
I have a nylon, a 12-string, a Taylor, a Martin, and I do want to get a mandolin. I've been looking.
You know,
for.
I love the sound of mandolin, and yeah, I would. That is right there why I went into. I was looking for a Firebird, and looking at, and I played 2 mandolins while I was there, and they were both dog shit.
What?
They were like, and it's not like I'm a great mandolin player, but I definitely want to own a mandolin at some point. But the one local music store that's close to me, which I really like, and they've got a really good guitar selection, they had 2 mandolins in it. They were both pieces of shit. So
Oh, hold on. So you've been at Sweetwater? Like you can actually go there?
oh yeah, probably. I'm sure they have a retail.
Where are they?
site.
I mean, I did they. It's
They're
amazing
Midwest.
though. Yeah, they just have the best customer service.
Yeah,
They
I just
really
got some
do.
from them. I don't have the box. Yeah, the box is in the other room. So,
And I was actually talking to the guy. So one of the businesses I am is audio equipment, and we use, although we have, we use all dealers. So like I have accounts with Audio Technica. I mean, I have accounts with a lot of
Right.
people. But when they run out, sometimes I have to go to third parties to try to get the stuff I need. So Sweetwater is one of the places I do business with a lot. And, I'll be like, hey, do you have this kind of microphone? Yeah. All right. Give me 100. I'll just buy out. What's the best price you can give me for everything? And the guy's like, we can give these kind of deals. And so I worked out a thing where for different levels I spend for my company, he will give me credit on the side personally. So because
That's
I was
nice.
like, I'd like to get a Clarion, interface because it's got 4 inputs. But he's like, well, get him. Like, I can't get it on the company account.
yeah,
That's not me.
can't do that.
Yeah, but it was like, well, and I'll keep it. If you're going to order, make sure you call me, and I'll keep track of how much you spend, and we'll put it towards.
Oh, that's
your own
cool.
purchase.
Yeah, I mean, I bought a couple things for my nephew. I mean, I bought him a guitar stand and a couple. I mean, I don't think the order came to $50. And the guy calls me and makes sure the order's good and all that.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
That and the candy. I love the fucking candy.
Yeah.
Oh, like I told them once I called to complain, I was like, you can't just put 1 bag of candy when I'm ordering. Like, we use these, audio setups for like conferences and stuff like that.
Right.
So we use an AT007. It's like a desktop microphone from Audio Technica. They're like $350, and I think I bought like 75 from them one time. And I was like, dude, man, you can't give me like 1 bag of candy. Like, how
Come
you
on.
got to hug me up. And I think they put like just filled up a box of candy and sent it to me. And it was like, that's what he's complaining about.
Yeah.
But actually,
Cool.
he called me. My Sweetwater sales rep called me the day after I bought my 12 string. Is like, why didn't you call me? And I was like, dude, it was a spur of the moment thing. And I said, in all honesty, I know you can give me a better deal, but the wholesale hinged on if I can get it shipped to my house at a specific time when my wife wouldn't be home. So I was like, I had to go this way.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta
kind
do
of
what you
funny.
gotta do.
That's how I buy guitars now. Can I get it shipped when my wife's not here?
Yeah. India. Yeah. I buy it right in front of my wife's face. I'm the one, and I've always put it down because it's a review, cheap bastard. She goes, just buy it.
Yeah.
So it's been nice. But yeah, I remembered right. It's Indiana, Fort Wayne,
Okay.
Indiana is where Sweetwater is.
Mr. Chris, I think we have come to that time of the night.
I think so. I think we have discussed many things.
Many-
and I think
many
it's been
things.
wonderful. We've had very active chat, all the wonderful people hanging out with us. But it's
Played a little music.
Dom's got to do Saturday night. I've got
Tom's
to
got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, well, so do I. But it's different.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah,
Starting to go.
indeed.
But then again, I'm better. I'm better when I'm not home.
Yeah, well, again, working at home is not for everybody. It took
No,
me,
it takes serious discipline. Like I was talking about it with my kid. He
yeah,
was like, "Oh, Dad, you got the greatest job. You can just like work whenever you want to work." I'm like,
yeah, doesn't work
"Yeah,
that way.
but you actually have to do it." I was like, "You just go play video games and get fired in a week for not doing shit," you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm somewhere in between, you know. So they do have to see my face.
Yeah,
All right, everyone, we've talked enough.
I think we're done.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. Bird, very cool to see you. Bird, we do a open mic karaoke on Saturday nights. We'll be doing one this Saturday. If you want to come by and hang out, hop on stage. We'd love to have you. You're a cool dude. I
Yeah,
love your videos. He always cracks me up. He's so fucking happy all the time.
happy
It
people are
amazes me.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
basically always in a crappy mood. Not bad crappy. I'm like a modern Archie Bunker. I'm not really upset. That's just the way everything. Like I have, like how they say women have resting bitch face. I have just, in general,
Dom face.
bad attitude. You know, you know.
Well, let's go through the things tomorrow night. Clay and Chad.
Clay and
Be
Chad.
playing music all night. Show up in the chat. They'll play your tunes.
Late at night, Mr.
Yeah.
Gary Hubbs will be going live.
Right. No hippie
Freezing his
tomorrow.
friggin' balls off.
He is still on health hiatus. He's taking a little time off to work on his health. So we've got Chad and Clay tomorrow, and then Gary afterwards, and then Saturday Night Alive on Saturday.
Oh, wait, you got Saturday starts off for a Chad. Chad's doing a show at 4.
Yeah, Chad's got his show. What's your show this week? Is
Isn't it
this
the
the
Christmas
holiday
show?
show? Okay,
Pretty
cool.
sure it's the Christmas show.
We'll miss most of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
But there's the
out
replay.
most of the day.
And
And
I
then
love
you
the
got Pendar and
And
Miss High
Pendar and Miss High will be doing, and then us, and then usually Gary, but not tomorrow. And then Sunday, Rockin' Rabbit Holes.
Rockin' Rabbit Holes
And then lather, rinse, and repeat.
and repeat. Everyone, good night. We're
Thanks
outta
for
here.
coming, guys. Appreciate you. Be well.
Ciao, bacalao.